Hello and welcome to Don't Kill My Character presents Superhero Shenanigans. My name is Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and also Don't Kill My Character. So you'll see me in chat as DKMC RPGs, and if there are any wonky tech issues, let me know. While I settle any tech issues there may or hopefully will not be, I'm going to toss it over to our Game Master, Claude.
Hello, I am Claude, aka Curly Insane Guy, in a few different places. I'm the GM for today. We are running Mutants Masterminds 3rd edition by Green Ronin Publishing. This is mostly what I have going on right now, is this game. So just tune in for that, and you're set. I will let our lovely players introduce themselves, because, yeah, I just don't have much to say today. So let's start with, I'm going to go with Jackie.
Sure. Hi, I'm Jackie, and I'm playing Gabe Cano. Except when he's heroing, he becomes Mecha Ochre, who is this cyborg-like hero who's separated from his family, a mecha squad of other similar heroes. Gosh, that was a really disjoint description. But that's me, and you'll learn more as you watch.
Get my dice out. I'm doing everything else.
Dice are important.
I love how the producer makes sure everyone is ready.
Yeah, you had so much time. I was worried about my dice at the last minute.
You even commented about me making noise with my dice.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god.
The amount of times that I thought to myself, oh, I don't have my dice on my desk yet. Make sure you put your dice on your desk.
I'll get it, yeah.
Tell me you're ADHD without telling me you're ADHD.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to hand it over to Shannon.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shannon. I play Raven, who is a mystic artificer, which means I just kind of whip up cool magic-y things and teleport and do cool shit like that. You can find me all over. Wait, I already used up my swear word.
I was gonna say.
In my intro, I already hit the PG-13 mark.
The thing is, I actually missed it. My brain hit on it because you said I used my swear word. I didn't even register what swear word you said because I was too busy picking out what dice I was going to use today. Oh, not the monster one. That was someone else.
Yeah, so you can find me all over the internet at Imaginif in most places, and on Twitch at Imaginif Media. So yeah, I'm excited to play. And I'm gonna send it on over to
Sam. You're sending it to Sam.
Sam.
Oh my god, perfect.
Because I do what Kate says.
Me? Wow.
Smart move.
Well, you know what? Transformers, the animated movie from the 80s, was PG and had that swear word in it, so I think it's fine.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, what is this non sequitur we're just not prepared for? But no, okay, cool. It's on topic.
I got it. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm Sam. I run a podcast network, audio shows, and other actual plays, and I'm also here where you can see my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I play yeah.
That tickled me way more than it should have. I can't calm down.
I feel so bad because Grant is working on our audio podcast for this, and this is such a useless intro. I am so sorry,
It's perfect.
No, it's great. He can suffer.
It's shenanigans. It's perfection.
I blame Grant.
So
Yeah.
I play Bertrum Blithely, aka the Speck. Though his identity is public, so he usually just goes by Bertram. He runs a detective agency called Small Crimes with his wife. He shrinks, that's the name, and he has a cool little boomerang he uses. And he's a pacifist, so he doesn't like hurting people very much.
Amazing.
But he will threaten to pull their nose hairs.
Ooh.
I feel like also the energy that we're all bringing is because the last time this group was together for the benefit of our audience was Monday night. We had a super family fun unstreamed Jackbox game.
Oh, we were pretty silly.
And I feel like we're carrying that silly energy into this.
I'm actually
going to go. Of course, you're the most serious always. I'm actually going to go next. I am Kate the Great Cosplays. You can find me here. You can find me on Kate the Great Cosplays. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Marley, aka Tracker, who has the ability to read thoughts and emotions and is very apologetic for it. And I'm echoing through somewhere. I don't know. It's not anymore. Yay. And What else do I want to say about Marley? I haven't fully described what she looks like or had art made for her yet because I have not sent my reference images to Meredith. But she has a red leather jacket when she does heroing, like the one that I've worn on stream before. She has like short, kind of coppery hair, and maybe I'll give you more details as we play, and maybe that's how Grant gets the details for what Marley looks like. It's just every intro
There you go.
a little bit more until art can be made. And last for this stream is going to be our new player hero, Natasha. Tell us about yourself.
I was gonna say, feel free to be really cagey about who your character is. I trust. I knew you.
Hi, my name's Natasha. I use she/her pronouns. I can be found at Instagram at Natasha B Cosplays, or here I'm under Natty Batty Games. I'm very bad at social media and have no idea how to make a conjointed brand. However, today I will be playing, I'll say is her name and hero name. Her name is Tally Archer, going by she/her pronouns, aka Slipstream, and she'll be speeding onto your screens very shortly. We'll find out more about her as the session goes on. And that's all I say.
I love it. So excited to have you. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Claude.
And that is it for the intros, except for one little thing. We have a sort of last time on the session. If Jackie wants to handle that for us. Jackie's been awesome in that he volunteers this constantly, and I don't know if I rewarded him for it last time, but I'm just going to let him have an extra hero point at the start for this one at the very least.
Hooray!
So take it away, Jackie.
And before I say that, I do want to say for you kids out there, don't do introductions by yourselves. We are professionals. Okay. All right, in our last issue of Superhero Shenanigans titled Bonding in Battle, Mecha Ochre witnessed firsthand the extraordinary powers of his new teammates for the first time. Facing formidable odds, our heroes joined forces and rallied to subdue the notorious Power Core gang and vanquish mutant lizard creatures. Yes, mutant lizard creatures in Emerald City. Speaking of bonding, Tracker's feelings for Ember seemed to be reciprocated when Ember surprised Tracker with an invitation for a pizza party for two. As our heroes bid farewell to the scene of their triumphant battle, we ponder whether the bonds formed between all of our heroes can withstand the challenges of being the defenders of Emerald City. Now, join us once again for another thrilling installment of, all together gang,
Superhero
Shenanigans! Well done.
I don't think we warned Tasha that was coming.
Tasha has watched every episode. Tasha knew.
Yeah, so you.
Tasha's watched more than the rest of us.
So true.
Very likely.
I'm such a fan.
Very likely. So we join the story once more about a day and a half after the events of the last issue. So everyone's been doing their own hero thing as they do, and we'll go to see what Raven is up to today in the Raven Manor. What's it called, actually? Does it have a particular name? It's not the Raven Manor.
It's not the Raven Manor, and we have not landed
Officially.
on a name yet. Yeah, no, one hasn't settled that has excited me yet. So
I've never
maybe
named
it'll happen
the house
today.
that I
Stay
lived
tuned.
in, so
Clubhouse Manor.
This is a whole experience, so it has to have a name because we have to say back at the compound or back at the something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. It's got theme
a little
music,
Raven
the whole
logo
bit.
has to swirl off.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Yes, something. Yeah. I don't know that it's Raven. I think it's probably the Calligarus logo. Yeah, that would fly up.
That
on
makes
there.
more sense.
So I believe that Marley and I are hanging out. I think Marley has just shown up at the manor, and I've come to the door, probably a little bit frazzled because I've been in the library doing some studying up on one of the artifacts that we found recently. So yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely the first time that any of the hero group has seen Marley since she left the scene of the battle with Leo Ember for their date. And you've been texting her a lot, so she's finally coming over.
Yeah. So I think as you come in the door, as like I get to the door, as I'm opening it, you're gonna smell like chocolate chip cookies have just been baked. Yeah, hey, come on in. How you doing?
I'm good. Just, busy. Went to work today and yesterday. Yeah. How are you?
Yeah. Work? Good. I've been working too. Yeah. Just doing some reading, and Gloria just baked some cookies. I thought you might want to partake in some cookies and some
For the
milk.
benefit of our audience, what is
Mm.
Marley? What is her current temp job now? You
Mm.
have to see this question coming every time. You gotta know.
I like to think that she's still actually at the dentist office where we saw her with Leo before. I think that that's worked out well enough, and they invited her to stay on a little longer, so she's still there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Raven is very specifically not pushing Marley at all, and just being very, very chill, and which is not totally characteristic of Raven. Usually Raven's like, all right, let's go. What's the details? But because you disappeared for a couple of days, yeah, you notice a definite, like, I'm giving you some space. This is Raven's way of giving you space. I'm seducing you with cookies.
What emotion, if any, do you think Marley is reading off of Raven, though? Would Marley be catching the curiosity, the kind of bubbling under the surface, wanting to ask questions and holding that down?
Yeah, you're gonna definitely, like, I'm not shielding at all, knowing that you're gonna pick up whatever I'm feeling, and so I'm definitely a little bit of excited for you, but you're also gonna sense a little bit of concern. You may not get a full feel for it, but Raven is like, he better have treated her nice. I'm gonna kick his ass. Like, Raven's already got people that are watching him to make sure that he's like behaving like he should, and all of that stuff in the background, like just in the background, not doing anything or whatever. But,
I can already hear Claude, like, who are Raven's people? Does Raven have people?
I do definitely have that question, because I was like, I mean, she knows a private investigator specifically, but
yes, I do.
Isn't that Bertrum?
It's Bertrum.
People owe me favors. Oh, I would love it if it was Bertrum. Actually, can we make that a thing?
I don't even know if Bertram's fully aware that they went on a date. It was very unclear. But I do watch people for a living.
Yeah, definitely would have been like, okay, she went on a date with Ember. How much do we know about this guy? And I like, we've worked with Ember before, we know him, but like big sister energy just kicked in high gear because this has reached a different level now. So yeah, so that's what you'll be picking up.
Yep. All right, Marley will say, yeah, sure, we can eat cookies. Did you make any with raisins? I know Gabe likes the chocolate chip cookies with raisins in them.
We actually have 4 different kinds. Gloria went all out today. We've got the macadamia, we've got some peanut butter, yeah, and I keep trying to throw some different flavors at Gabe just in case it's like, something that he hasn't found yet. Like maybe it wasn't from his space. I don't know. Maybe we should get creative with that.
Speaking of Gabe, is he at the house today? Where would we find Gabe?
Yeah, I have been in the garage, and that motorcycle that I used to, a couple days ago, to ride to the battle and ride back to the manor. I've taken an interest in actually kind of tinkering with it, fixing some of the problems it has.
Yeah, it definitely needed a little bit of servicing. Like it ran fine, but it clearly hasn't been used a ton before you started using it very suddenly. But yeah, so there's a lot you can tinker with as you wish.
Yeah, but I've been in there, and but at this moment, I enter the room, and I'm carrying what looked like half of the chocolate chip cookies with raisin in it in my and I'm just kind of munching on them as I walk in. Oh, hey, Marley.
Hi. How you doing today, Gabe?
I'm doing great. Did you know there's cookies in the kitchen?
Yeah, I can smell them, and Raven
Yeah.
told me about them. We can go eat some cookies. You already
Yeah.
have a lot of cookies.
Well, there's lots more.
Have you
Alright,
tried the other
good.
ones yet?
Yeah. Something she said there's like peanut butter in them. I tried them. They're okay. I guess they come from a plant. I don't know. Yeah. But these are great. The ones with the raisins in them. Mm.
Yeah, the peanuts that we have in the jar on the shelf in the closet, they take those and they mash them up and they mix it with other things, and that's what they make the butter out of.
And I kind of look at you like, okay, at first I'm thinking you're crazy, but then I remember I'm in another universe. And then I say, wow, will the wonders never cease?
I think
We
you
don't
should
have
cook
we
next
don't
time.
have peanuts in our universe.
That sounds pretty
Gotta write that
convenient
down.
for a lot of people with allergies, including Kate.
Yeah. It's the allergy-free universe.
No,
No one
major
in that universe
allergens.
has allergies.
No allergies over there.
So
if you
there's
ever
no
have a
dairy.
taste
There's
buds-
no dairy. There's no peanuts.
Well, I was supposed to say, or they're all allergic to peanuts, but it doesn't exist in that world, so they don't know. But
It's
if
like
you
the
ever
kryptonite.
battle
That
that
is
world,
kryptonite.
Yeah.
Oh no! Well, thankfully I don't appear to be allergic to them. We'll see.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's how.
And
we
I think
lose
this
games.
conversation is happening as we're walking into the kitchen, and just start in and start munching and whatever, and then I'm just gonna kind of lean in. So how is the dentist office? Has it been quiet since the last
It's been
Event?
normal. Yeah, he's no longer a playing card, so he's able to operate as a dentist. I
Does he
didn't break
remember?
myself. Watching you guys break is what broke me. Game Master, would they remember that they were playing cards for a while?
They were like kind of mentally conditioned to being like, yes, I want to dress as a playing card and work for these people. So yeah, they like vaguely remember like having done this, but they don't know why they did it exactly.
So, yeah, he does remember, but he just also talked to everyone afterwards that was involved with that, gave them some help processing, so he does have memory of it, though.
They definitely made sure or tried to make sure there wasn't any sort of like really deeply buried conditioning that like they go back to work and suddenly start dressing as a playing card again and attacking
It's not like
people.
an
None of that.
activation trigger
Yeah,
word
there's
that will
no-
send them back to playing card mode. Yeah, I've just from the things that I've picked up from his mind, he's lives in a city where these kind of shenanigans happen pretty often. So he's has a pretty good attitude about it. All things considered.
He's pretty chill. That's good. That's good. So anything else exciting going on?
No, it's been pretty quiet. Spent some time at my apartment because I don't spend a lot of time there, just making sure it's, clean and everything. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So Raven is gonna just know that, like, okay, Marley's not talking about this right now, but also kind of seems okay, I guess. Like, would I get a vibe that Marley is, like, you're not, like, acting weird or shady or anything like that, right? You're acting pretty chill.
You want to roll an insight?
Do I? Sure. I get to roll some dice, y'all!
I did actually lower Marley's deception because I said deception. I'll say it. But yeah, after the original character sheets we made, after meeting Marley and getting to know her more, I'm like, she would not be that deceptive. So I'm going to roll 2.
Cool. Well,
Oh,
I
no.
rolled really low, but
Well, I got a
So the
nat
one-
20.
is
Oh,
I
it's
got
like
it.
20.
I got a nat 20, which is a total of maybe 24 now. I gotta look at the updated character sheet. But, yeah, Marley is fine. Marley's doing just what you see is what you get. Marley's fine.
Cool. Yeah, I rolled terrible, so I had a 20 total.
I was about to say, I know you have like really high insight, so yeah,
Crazy
20.
high
The 20
insight
is
and perception,
The 20
yeah.
is rough for you.
I rolled a 6, but I have a 14 insight. So, yeah.
Yeah, good luck lying to Raven on the regular. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen much.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's check in with one more person real quick.
Yeah.
Bertrum, I forgot your name for a second. I was really about to Barnabas you, and I don't know why.
That's okay.
Before we jump over,
Yes.
can I just add that I look down at my phone and I get a text of a selfie from Revenant on the beach somewhere?
Absolutely.
With a little reminder to not forget to feed Banshee, to which I send a picture of Banshee eating food that I took earlier because I knew the text would be coming.
Yep. And Banshee works a little different than most cats because you pour the food and then Banshee eats the shadow made by the food. And then it's gone and that food no longer has a shadow and it later deteriorates, which is a little concerning, but it's probably fine. Cats made of shadow are indeed strange to deal with. But with that out of the way, Bertrum, what are you up to in like probably 4:30 to 5ish afternoon on a weekday?
Boy, I like to imagine that he's just already here.
Oh, really? Well, that works out.
We cut to from the kitchen. We pan over to the other room, and there's a bag of bagels on the table. On the windowsill, there's just a half-eaten cookie, and we kind of just zoom in on that cookie, and it starts shifting as Bertram just comes out with a big piece of a cookie in his hand, and he's like an inch tall, and he's just staring out the window thoughtfully, eating part of his cookie.
I always wonder about the
incredible.
mechanics of that. Like, if you're tiny, can you stretch food forever because it takes so like?
I don't think about it.
But then you grow again, and like, how does that?
You're really
I
hungry.
bet you're
after you
super
grow
hungry.
again.
Yeah, it's very confusing. To me.
When I feel hungry, I just eat food. You know, I don't think
Has
about it
Bertram
much.
been working any big cases or anything lately?
Oh,
I haven't given you any, but you're welcome to make up your own that you've been dealing with.
There's
forcing me
always
to resolve them.
Mrs. Gunther's always got random things because she's rich and has the money and seems to think I work for her. So she's always got little things like finding her dog, or finding her dog, or finding her dog.
It's mostly just the one thing.
She also doesn't watch with it. But also, like scars or things like that power core group. I've actually been spending a lot of time tinkering around with the blueprints or maybe parts of suits that Aegis sent me from the last run
Gotcha,
we
that's
had.
right. They did say they were going to keep you, give you everything that they got on that.
So I think he's
So-
got little schematics next to him, and he's kind of just like takes a look over at him, and it's like, I broke that. Now how do I break that?
Eventually, you're going to just, through story, earn yourself the favored enemy advantage for the power core. Specifically, they'll be hopeless against you.
So he's learning to hope that he doesn't have to just smash the wires to break them. He'd like to just turn them off. It's a lot simpler. He's discovering.
Definitely. You get a text message.
Oh, his phone does
I-
not shrink. It's just next to him and buzzes.
So it buzzes next to you, this enormous monument. Because I feel like your phone is chunky, even by like normal standards. But when you're tiny, this is like a mountain to humanity's excess as it buzzes.
I'll hop up on it, still small, and just kind of like double tap it with my foot.
A message pops up. It's one of your contacts. You have people throughout the city that kind of either ask you for questions or just give you random bits of information
I know
that they
people.
yeah. And you get a picture from someone with the message, do you know this person? But the picture is like, there's a blur, and they put like an arrow pointing to the blur, and that's who they're asking if you know. Is this one of your friends?
I'll type back. I think so. I maybe recognize it. And I'm just hopping on the letters.
I love how you even text in your accent.
There's a special key you have to press, and it turns all the letters to slightly italic.
When I go, I think I know, I type AH.
I was about to say, it's not I, it's AH.
I was about to say, it's rogue speech bubbles, but that's how you type.
Exactly.
Well, I once told people that the voice in my head that like reads to me isn't my own voice, and that group of people thought I was insane for that, so I stopped sharing that information.
And here you go, sharing it again.
On the internet.
On the internet.
Yeah, we're a safe space.
It's a secure space. No one will get to it.
And then I'll also type back, do you have a clearer picture?
They send you another one. It is equally unclear.
Can't you just like press enhance or something?
That's not how that works. This is your friend who works in a forensics lab as well. And he just says, you know that's not how that works.
Yeah. Can I get some context for the photo? Might help me narrow things down.
This was from a few days ago. Except he's not typing this like full sentences like that. He's like a few days ago.
I'll just call him. It's like it says he's typing and I just click call.
Ah, the worst kind of person. There's like a sigh before like it answers. There's hey Bertram.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're coming through.
Awesome.
So there's just been a few different people sharing pictures like that, actually for the past week or so, and I just thought to ask you now about it.
People like sharing photos?
Yeah, just like on social media of,
right.
We saw this person, there was a cat in a tree, and then there was a kid crying in front of it, and then suddenly the kid was holding the cat, and that blur was on its way out.
So it's just like really fast person.
Yeah, a helpful blur.
I thought this person just didn't know how to take photos, you see.
No, it's just been too quick.
I know some fast people.
Okay.
I fight some fast people too, so...
Any that are Emerald City based? We're always... Basically, the guys want to know if we, like, need to worry about a problem. Because when new super people show up, usually it's because they're coming to stop a problem or start a problem, or you know what I mean.
The person saved a cat, you said, so that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, it starts as saving a cat, and then it turns into like fighting off an army of skeletons, like Freedom City had.
Would you rather them not fight off the army of skeletons?
I wouldn't, but they feel like an omen for an army of skeletons once you've seen that happen. You know what I mean?
I understand. The more
you associate,
we're like magnets to weird things.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand. My life changed a lot too.
Yeah, for sure. But okay, I was just seeing if you knew them or like if it was a known quantity. It is a blur. So, if you had been working with someone who was a blur like recently, then you'd be able to tell me who it was. But
no, the only blurriness comes from just really being really hot. So I don't think that's what this is. So
oh no, this isn't Ember for sure.
Right. So I'll ask my friends here about them and maybe check in with some people. I'll figure it out.
Okay, cool. I was just checking. I appreciate it, Bertram.
Oh yeah, no worries, buddy.
Click. He's gonna say bye. What a jerk. No. He's good. You called him out of nowhere mid-text. That's really cracking move.
I'll hop off the windowsill and grow. So like the way it works is he like jumps, his bracers glow, and then like a bunch of Kirby crackles fill in the space that he's gonna fill in, and he just grows to fill that space in. And then he grabs the cookie and just eats the rest of it.
That's so cool.
And you've had it from both sizes. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think I had heard that description for his growth before. That's really cool.
I
huge fan of that.
Yeah.
He forgot to grow the schematics, so he'll take it and like fold it and put it in his pocket.
Honestly, it's easier to carry that way. It's a pretty big fold out otherwise.
So then he'll walk over to the kitchen, like 5 steps over.
I was gonna say too, if it feels authentic to you, I would think that Raven would have a mini section in the workshop that is basically your space in there. So when we print stuff out, we print stuff out.
All you need is a shelf.
Yeah, we print stuff out in duplicate. We probably have like a model of the town or something like that in there that we've been working on building. It's not quite done, but we're putting it all in there so that there's space to move around and everything. It's probably like a little sofa in there, and
I can't remember. How much can you vary your shrinking? Like if they made a model town, could you be slightly bigger and like stomp around it like Godzilla?
Yeah, I can do whatever size between my smallest and my biggest.
Nice.
I
like that.
I can be Godzilla if I wanted to.
If you had a small enough town to be Godzilla in. Yes.
Yeah, it's a little bit Beetlejuice.
Small.
Like the Beetlejuice vibe.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's what it was in my head.
Bertrum.
And so you appear.
Howdy, everyone. How goes the catching up?
We're just
As you
eating cookies. No, go ahead.
Oh no! As you walk in, I've got that jar of peanuts, and I'm kind of eating them out. I'm not even shelling them. I'm just eating them. And I say, Bertram, have you had peanuts?
Yeah, I have.
We don't have peanuts, but we have these things called hypogaea nuts. And I break the fourth wall and say, worth a Google.
How do you spell that to Google it?
I was like,
Hypogaea. Easy peasy.
It's spelled like it sounds.
yeah, why was I about to search no.
Actually, it
I should
is.
focus on this game.
No.
Is that healthy for you?
Honestly, they're a little gritty, but they're good.
That makes sense. I thought you didn't
But I
like
take another
the
one and
peanut
just
butter
pop it in my
cookies.
mouth. They're better this way.
I like the
You like
peanut butter cookies. I think they're great.
A lot of fiber, I think.
Yeah, that is true. Listen, I got a phone called someone recently. Oh, we were gone.
Why?
What? Well, they were texting me, and I needed more context.
Okay.
Wild.
Yeah, you can text more to get more context.
What
I was
did
really
they tell
small.
you on the phone, Bertram?
Thank you, Marley. They sent me this picture here of this blur, and I was curious if any of you are also aware of any blurs in town right now. Now, they did specify it's a good photo. It's just that the person's moving really fast.
Yeah, because if you zoom out, it's actually like a wonderful photo of the city, aside
Well-
from the blur.
Well, then, do you know any fast heroes? Anyone whose power set is just fast? You guys know heroes around here?
And at about this time, Raven, your, I don't know what sort of alert sound you have set up whenever there's a thing going down in your house, but I know you have, like, monitoring systems and all that. So if there's
It's
a particular
100%.
tone that plays.
It's 100% the Kim Possible bleep. Little. Yeah, thank you. That's
Fantastic. Well, we can't use that in the podcast.
I'm looking for music that we can use that will fit.
It's Kim Possible.
We'll know in our hearts what it is.
It's Kim Possible. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's very stoppable. But that sound plays, alerting you that there is something going down that you can check out.
Cool. I'm gonna go to the fridge and just kind of type some stuff on the fridge and see what pops up.
A smart fridge. How modern.
Yeah. We established this one already. I didn't just make that one up.
We did. Yeah, I was going to say, that one is not. Yeah, that one's not just made up.
You made it up some other time.
I didn't make it up. Well, you did.
Yeah.
You go to the smart toaster. No, the smart fridge. And it's basically you tap like both police radio and other stuff, but you have even for like close by things, like the silent alarms filter to you. And one has gone off at a gas station, really nearby one actually. It's probably where Mecha Ochre would have gone to fill up the motorcycle. So it's nearby. But someone has pressed the button for help.
Oh, press the button for help. Okay, cool. We gotta go. Suit up.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm gonna send the coordinates to Gloria and the car. And go ahead, Kate.
Any more
Sorry.
context for what this is? Then we gotta go.
No, sorry, I thought you were watching me. It's the alarm went off at the gas station.
Oh, is that what that's saying?
Yeah.
But it's just we don't know why. It's just something at the gas station.
No, somebody.
All right, I
press
mean
for
we're
help.
going.
Yeah, somebody press for help. Yep.
Okay, man. We don't have any real fast people here. Like,
Well, I was gonna say,
normally-
here's my question:
Why?
do you want to take the car? Because you keep defaulting to the car, but you have other methods of travel, specifically Raven.
I mean, I can fly, but not everybody can. I always call the car. It's default. I'm just, in general, I'm like, Gloria, suit up.
Yeah, I mean the car is what we usually take to get places. Makes sense to
Yeah,
take the car.
Yeah, we have things in the car. We've got changing rooms in there for people and all that stuff. So I just, in general,
Gotcha.
send the
I
car,
just thought
even
you
if
might
someone-
use the portal this time.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
Now
Oh.
who's making stuff up?
I didn't know I could do that yet. Can I do it?
You had that even before the new sheet.
Well, but I didn't think I could go that far. How close is it? Is it close enough for me to go? I think it's 250 feet.
Well, you have extended on it, so you can go.
Listen, don't get me
real
all
far.
excited about something I can't use.
You can go real far with extended.
Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah.
cool. So
I'm trying to
yeah.
find the exact mileage you get.
So I will still
2.
send the coordinates to Gloria.
Oh,
I get
no.
8 miles. I just looked it up.
There you
Into
go.
move actions. Yeah. So so I'll still send the coordinates over to Gloria. Just say meet us there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just kind of, you'll see me do this. And there'll be like little wispy snakes for a second, and then it'll open it up, and it'll be a black and gold shimmering portal. All right, I can hold this for a bit if you guys want to step over.
Wow, your portal's a lot scarier than ones I normally work with.
Oh, I'm playing with a new look. This was too scary.
No, it's all right. It's fine. I'm
If
just
someone
gonna
needs
walk
help, let's
through.
go.
I'm
I
imagining
need to
this is
discuss
happening.
the portal first.
Yeah, I'm imagining this is happening as people are walking through and they're getting cut off mid-sentence. And...
So, do you portal? I assume you've been to this gas station before. This is like a close by one that you could just grab
Yeah.
snacks from. So, are you
Yeah.
opening it in the gas station or like outside of it?
Yeah, so the portal will be actually in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, around the back, and I probably would have picked like some little area so that when they like walk through, they're walking as if they walked out the back wall of the gas station. So you know what I mean. So they're gonna kind of step and see straight. in
Yeah,
front.
from like the back corner.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So, yes, you all step through, ready to deal with whatever sort of problem might have been here. The first thing you see immediately is a very, like, kind of worried looking, like they've just been through an event. Sort of young person working at the gas station. So they're stepped out from behind the counter right now, looking like a little stressed, but also relieved. And then the next thing you see is like 3 guys like tied up, sitting on the ground.
I'm just gonna kind of like look around at everyone. Anybody see anything as you were coming in?
I'm gonna walk over to the attendant.
The attendant. Oh my goodness.
Hey. Hi, are you the one who pushed the emergency button?
Yeah, does the security company send superheroes now?
I mean,
We heard it on the fridge.
what? It looks like whatever happened was handled. Pointing to the tied up. What happened?
Oh yeah. Someone came in and saved them. Actually, I got a selfie with them after the fact. Actually, and before they show you this selfie, let's cut to the hero who did the saving. As you're racing around, what's going on? Let's get a full-on intro for this hero.
Rushing out of the scene, going so fast. Who knows how many hundreds miles per hour she's running. You see a fairly tall, lithe woman with short, wavy brown hair. She's wearing a full, half cowl so that the hair still comes out and over. But it wraps around and comes down, hugging her chin and creating like a shoulder pauldron. And she has a yellow visor going across her face as well. Underneath, she's wearing just a white leotard that ends in some shorts, and then she wears very long black boots and gloves with gold detailing all over it. It's a very sleek look, not too much padding or accessories here or there, just a little bit to, protect in case she slides or bumps into something at high speeds, which she is probably going to do at some point in time. But you see, as she runs, she pulls out her phone and logs into Instagram before going live. Hi everyone, it's Slipstream coming out here, getting ready to go get something to eat, as I usually do after every save. So you guys all know what to do. I'm gonna put into the poll, we'll say 4 different locations around the world, different regions, and then you just tell me where we should go to eat. So today I'm thinking let's do Caribbean, Scandinavian, North African, or Polynesian. We'll do the flash poll real quick, and then from there, we'll pick which country we want to go to in those regions, okay? I'll see you later, and I'll probably live stream later tonight. Bye!
And back at the gas station, you are shown a picture of that description with the attendant who is clearly this is cool, but also, oh my god, I'm so scared. My life has been crazy in the last 20 seconds that everything went down. But yeah, they show you. They're like, yeah, I got a picture with Slipstream is what she told me to tag her as.
Yeah, I definitely would have sent my IG told I'm follow me here.
And turns the phone to you, so it's on Instagram basically. She's like, yeah.
Okay, well, looks like that Instagram is live right now, and Marley will just tap in and watch that live.
There you go. You get the end of that basically, and the poll pops up. What are you voting for?
Does anyone have opinions on this? Wait, is she actually gonna go to the country that we choose?
And you see there's a timer on the poll. You have to be quick with this.
Polynesian.
And that one is actually the one that wins the poll. You were probably subconsciously drawn to the one that looked like it was already going to win in your rush, and bleep. And indeed, speeding off across the ocean.
You eventually, within I don't know how much time this would pass, but within well, we're on the West Coast, so within 8 minutes or so, you see a post pop up of her in Samoa, grabbing at a little eatery, and she just gives a little. She's waiting for my food. I'll let you know the results. Let you know what I think of it.
And the comments are fairly busy. It's not the biggest. This seems like a fairly new social media account, but it's got a relatively active chat. That's hope to see you again in Emerald City, from someone who's apparently been rescued before in the area, and yeah. But it seems the day has already been saved.
Cool.
All right, that's probably the blur that you saw Bertrum Slipstream.
Oh yeah,
Color scheme checks out.
Probably.
Is this somebody?
Is it someone I know? Let me think for a second.
That's
Now,
a great question.
do
What
I-
expertises do you have?
what expertises do I have?
Yeah, do you have any, like... It would take a high pop culture one because this is a newish person.
I don't feel like I have high pop culture.
Streetwise?
I don't think I have an expertise.
Oh, well, there you go. You're just a.
I mean, expertise is in investigation.
Gotcha. And you have connections and such, I believe.
I do, and I don't recognize her at all or anything like that.
The color scheme is reminiscent of like other speedsters you've seen, but it's hard to like nail down which one. But it doesn't like not instantly recognizable.
Well, I mean, if we want to meet her, it seems like she puts where she is online pretty frequently. Just keep an eye next time she's in Emerald City if you want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could probably just meet up. If it's who I'm thinking of, she's
You can DM
usually
her.
in Freedom.
DMs
She's
might be
usually
open.
in Freedom City.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know.
Crazy of her to have her cell phone on her Instagram or whatever that is, but you know, if we can
Just
reach
drop
her,
into the
that's
DMs.
great. We can give her a call.
Yeah. She's still
Freedom
alive.
City, huh?
Is she still alive?
No, she's live very briefly. Like
Yeah.
sometimes she'll go live for more extended periods of time at the end of the day, but
Okay.
whenever she does her polls, it's like a quick thing just to figure out where.
Gabe
I
gets
mean,
on
if you
his
guys
phone.
want to go, yeah.
Gabe gets on his phone and he's typing. He types, "Gas station, need help."
Mecha Ochre already has an Instagram in this universe.
Well, Gabe does. Yeah.
Gabe does.
Did you just say? Uh,
How do you do that?
Bertram, I tried to show this to you before I installed the app.
Yeah, I have it here.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna have to learn more how to type with your thumbs and
I
not with
use
your
my thumbs.
feet.
I text people a lot.
did
I'm
you
a
just say
texter.
gas station? Did you let her know which one?
I just figured she'd know.
I'm gonna get out my phone and I'm gonna do this and take a selfie with the 3 guys tied up behind, and I'm gonna drop that as a DM in her Insta.
Now the real question is, how often Flipstream would check the
She's
right
relaxing
message
right now.
requests?
Fair. She's like probably relaxing right now. She probably actually is check. She's just recently posted, so she's probably checking like her
I
social
was about to
media.
say a speedster can get in like relative to another person like an absurd amount of doom scrolling in just a couple of seconds, which is incredible.
Mhm. Well, the problem is the speed of
The
the videos
videos
doesn't
don't.
match
Yeah,
up.
the
Yeah,
videos don't.
you can only double the speed of a video. I need it a little bit faster.
Just a bit more than that. Then
Um,
yes,
Background.
you get a couple of message requests.
yeah, I checked.
Yeah,
I see the one gas station need help, and then immediately a picture of the people I already defeated, still defeated. It looks like just like cool.
You could also just say, we want to talk to you. Just like,
Yeah.
not like you could just be like, hey, can we chat?
I
don't
figured
like
that would be next.
out of location.
I thought that would be obvious.
I don't think it is.
I mean, it's a selfie in front of her people that she tied up.
I mean,
That's
don't
just
you
like,
guys
hey,
have?
I'm here. Not, I want to talk
Yeah.
to you here.
I mean,
Don't
she's got to know who I am, right? I mean, like I'm not hidden like you guys, so I would think she would know who I
I
am.
didn't really know who any of you were until, I
Let
started
me see if
doing
she's
this
following
stuff.
me.
Oh, that's
Look at
it happens.
Look at the followers. Are you following me?
She's following
thought-
so few people.
yeah. I was about to say it's one of those with like the ratio of following.
She's very
to
specific
followers.
about her ratio.
Don't
Can
you
I
guys have
just-
her phone number? Can't you just text her?
We don't know this person yet.
I thought it was on their social thing. Like you said messaging her, so I thought maybe that meant.
I'm gonna, here,
Go
Gabe,
ahead,
may also, awesome, thank you, Raven. Just take Raven's DMs and say, hi, we are also heroes of Emerald City. Would love to chat. Let us know when you can come back. Enjoy your Polynesian food, Raven.
See, you just texted her. I don't understand.
Well, first, and I'm trying to show you the app, and like, you need to remember your login and your password.
I think I
You have
deleted
to-
my account.
So,
Y'all are just stacking up a thing that's like you'll be able. It has a little notification that comes up.
Us
like, you'll be
putting
able to
inside jokes
call
onto a
when
public
you-
stream.
I love it.
It still
I'm
has
sorry.
like message requests not accepted.
oh no.
This is all very quickly, and y'all are just piling them on. But I mean, there's
Yeah, and Raven spends like no time on Instagram. Like it's one of those like official, verified accounts or whatever, but Raven doesn't really use it except to cause chaos sometimes. So like it's more like the social media people that do it, for her get annoyed when Raven is actually posting on there because it messes everything up, and now the boxes aren't lined up and all that kind of stuff. So like Raven doesn't really care too much about the Instagram stuff at all. So I'm already like kind of moved on and starting to call the guys to pick up the 3 captured humans.
Yeah, he just cool.
Yep, there are authorities on their way, whether that be the private security, whatever they have at the gas station, or police.
Yeah.
They are en route, but apparently the heroes, every brand of hero is faster than them.
Now I'm hungry. All this talk about food. Anybody want to go grab some dinner?
There's hot dogs right over here.
The attendant also joins in pointing towards the little rolling.
Bertram
Hot
jumps and
dogs.
drinks, and he's walking on the roller.
How late in the day is
This-
it?
It's like 5 p.m.
Mm.
He said,
Hot
looking at the
dogs.
actual time.
I
They're
just
my
want
favorite.
a snack, maybe.
I think she'd respond. Would love to catch up with you sometime. Busy now. Probably heading to Freedom City after this. Where can I find you guys?
Not Freedom City. Can you come back to Emerald City sometime soon?
Yeah, I make a habit. I didn't know there were heroes there. So I moved in.
Yeah. All right. Let us know next time you're in Emerald City. This is still Marley texting through Raven's phone.
I was about to, I imagine like a group of costumed people are all huddled around one phone watching someone send messages. Is pretty comedic.
This
This is a
is
low-key burn.
the role of the youngest person in the group so far.
Right? So far.
All right. Well, this is handled. So as soon as Aegis gets here, we can just head out. See you guys later. Thanks for the cookies.
Oh, are you not gonna come back to the mansion?
No, I was thinking of just continuing actually going to work. So just stay at my apartment, go to
you
work
work?
tomorrow.
This late? Oh, you're just gonna go home and sleep.
Yeah, just make sure you have yeah.
That's fine. I'd probably be going home too if my wife wasn't out of the country this week.
Yeah. I mean,
We got a lot of research to do.
Yeah, that's true.
okay.
You know.
Well, Raven, keep an eye on your DMs. Let me know when she's in town.
Okay.
I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Bye.
Hey,
And
kid,
then
Marley leaves.
Raven is gonna
Yeah?
text.
you go.
Oh, go
You
ahead.
finish. You
I was
finish.
just gonna say Raven is gonna text Revenant. Still nothing.
Hey, Gabe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Why do they keep talking about dungeon masters?
What?
They keep saying DMs, right? And I used to
Oh.
play them back in the day, but it doesn't seem relevant, and I feel like it's something I should know.
So
I don't feel like I was gone that long in the small world. Like, it feels weird that I feel like I missed so much.
Gabe is standing there. He's got this jar of hypogaea nuts in one arm, and he's holding a hot dog in the other one. And you know when you have that kind of freeze frame moment, and then the ketchup just kind of drips as he's looking at Bertram, and he says, we're gonna go through that sheet of terms again when we get back to the mansion, okay?
I fully pictured the hot dog thing as like a Tom King 9-panel. The ketchup, the ketchup, it slowly falls off. I don't know why that was immediately how I pictured it. I was like, so dramatic.
That sounds good. Oh, have I shown you? He pulls out this little schematic. Here, I want to show you this thing when we get back to. It gets bigger.
Oh, good.
We full size one of those,
Yeah, I made it small. It's a new thing I can do. I can make things smaller.
What?
Yeah.
You can bring stuff with you?
Yeah. I got I can shrink some smaller things down with me, so I can take more stuff.
Do it with this bag of chips.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And then Raven holds out a bag of chips.
There.
That is the coolest thing.
You still have to buy those. Like all of that.
Oh.
Well, that's why I wear this jacket. I got my wallet.
It's worth so much more now that it's tiny. You can't buy these anywhere else.
I don't know that that's true, but
it's the novelty,
I don't know how I'm gonna scan that. Could you hand me one of the big ones to scan, and we'll just.
I mean, there's still a barcode.
Here,
I can shrink your scanner.
I say Marlin. Marlin, I think that's the attendant's name. Just put it on our account.
You have named them.
All right. I can make it bigger,
Thing here.
It doesn't have to stay small.
Well, somehow I set up an account that connects to Raven's credit, so it's. I've been buying hot dogs.
That's
and
just a
chips
rewards
and
number, man.
Things at the gas station for a while now.
Here, I'll take the chips and I'll make them really big again. Here.
Okay. Beep. And he scans you in.
You can get away with that for about 30 days until Gloria says, "What the hell is this?" when she shows me the credit card bill with all of these things.
Uh-oh.
The house gets foreclosed on. It frees up so many points for you.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
You're supposed to check in if it's over whatever amount,
If it's over $5, it's everything. So does anyone get up to anything else tonight, this evening?
I think Raven just goes back to going through the book that she's trying to get through, doing the research for the artifact that she just found. She's just kind of diving back into that. And then every once in a while, if Marley looks on her phone, she'll see 3 little dots that'll come up on in the text chat, but then they'll disappear. And then like a little bit later, there'll be 3 little dots, but then they'll disappear. And so that happens kind of like throughout the night, where it's killing Raven not to know like what, that I want the details, but I also is this good for Marley? Like, why isn't she talking about this? Like, what is going on? This has been so long. Is everything okay? It's to the point now where she's starting to be like, okay, I'm giving this 12 more hours. If she doesn't say anything in 12 more hours, then, I'm going to Bertram. We're going to talk this out and see what he thinks about it. Like, she's all in her head now.
All right. Let's start with Raven then, since you were saying stuff. I have things that are happening.
Oh boy. Here we go.
So, 1 second.
Tiny human has come into play. Also, I got a text back from Travis with a concerned emoji. Also concerned.
All right. So, you get a call, sort of. You have a bunch of fun magical artifacts and such in your in the vault too, but also just throughout. All the dangerous stuff is in the vault, but you have occasionally received messages through a mirror of yours that you have.
Oh, how fun!
You feel and hear that sort of thrum to life near you, as you're getting a call, sort of.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
It's very much that kind of vibe. But yes, if you go over it, you know the proper motions and incantations to receive the call.
Yeah, I just do a little.
And it's typically very secure. Like no one should have access to this unless you know them. So it's probably someone you know.
Cool.
As it lights up and it glows completely, and then a figure is standing there. Raven, is it? This is not someone you've spoken to before. It is
I'm just kidding. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Siren, who is a member of the Freedom League who uses magic and everything. Siren contacted you through this for me to talk to you. As you know, Daedalus has a sort of system set up to where he lets you know if there's anything you need to know going on in the magic world that we've become aware of. And, I'm sorry, let me introduce myself. Sorry, I've never used this mode of transport. I'm much more on the tech side of things.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's very cool, but I don't understand it even a little bit. It's a little upsetting because I understand a lot of things. But my name is Foresight. I have been kind of running things on the tech side while Daedalus is off in space. And he wanted me to pass it on to you, that there's been activity by the cult of Eris.
Oh.
He said you would know what that means. All I know is that it's like a goddess of discord. There was a sort of attempted catastrophe here in Freedom City, but he worries that the cult is cropping up in different places and could attack Emerald City as well. Given Eris's ties to Hades and other mystical properties from those realms, it's something that he thought you would want to look into particularly. But he's not around to pass it on to you, so I'm doing it.
I appreciate the heads up. Is there anything else you can tell me about it? Any kind of where they're showing up? Anything specific about what they're doing, or how often, or what they're looking for, or anything like that?
Their whole MI is randomness and just chaos that they can cause. So nothing
Cool.
Nothing in particular. We caught someone who was trying to create a wide-scale explosion, and they were thwarted. But yeah, we think it goes deeper. We're not sure if they have actual communication with Eris herself, or if her teachings are being passed along somehow. But yeah, that's what we thought we'd send your way. Just to keep an eye out in case it pops up in Emerald City as well. I know it tends to be a little quieter on your coast, but...
We like to think we keep them away, but, probably not.
I mean, we do what we can. We've got the biggest hero team in the world over here, and we're always dealing with problems, so... yeah.
No, I appreciate the heads up. I'll let the rest of our team know, and we'll start digging into it a little bit.
Of course. Yeah, I'll let you go. I've actually got someone coming over to talk to you, so I will. I'll let you go.
Cool. Who's coming over to talk to us?
Oh, not to you. Sorry, to me when I get off the.
Oh, okay.
Mirror.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. Good luck with the cult. If you learn anything, feel free to contact. I guess if you contact through here, Siren will pass it on to me. So.
All right. Yeah. If you want to also send your information over to Gloria, she can get you on our system so that we can message you directly if we need it. In case I'm not in my room.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good.
Cool cat.
Thanks. And the mirror.
as it starts to cut off, you just hear like a, "Hey, ma," as it.
And you have arrived as the mirror goes off. Your mother, Foresight, turns and so doing some hero work in Emerald City. That's a fun coincidence. I was actually just talking to someone from there.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. They seem. Apparently, there's some other heroes there. They sent me a DM this morning.
Yeah, I thought
Early.
you knew of that. There's Ember, there's Raven who does more of the magic side of things, so it would make sense that you don't know of her.
Mhm.
And do you remember? And this was a while back at one of the barbecues. There was the kind of funny little guy that could shrink down.
Oh, yeah. You don't really meet a lot of people who can shrink. Actually, it kind of sticks in your mind when you do find them.
Yeah, well, he actually is running a detective agency over there. So he's the other public hero. And then you've probably heard of Revenant. We've not met him, so he's not fully vetted or anything, but
Okay. Should I keep an eye on him?
we don't
Yes.
we don't have reason to suspect that he's going to do anything
Okay.
dangerous, but I mean he's pretty violent from what I've heard. I've tried not to pry into it too much. I know that's your life over there and we're going to be hands off on it. So,
Yeah,
that's
there's a
your own
reason.
thing.
Look, there's a reason I moved over there, okay? I love you and Dad very much, and obviously I'm coming over regularly like you asked for Sunday dinners and stuff, but I need some space. I need to be across the country at least.
Right. We know, and we know you can get to this side of the country pretty quick.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, thanks for coming over. I'm actually if you are ready for dinner.
Oh yeah, let me just change out. Is my laundry done? Did you clean the new shirt that I
So the thing is,
took it off earlier? I thought
you could so easily do your own laundry because of how fast you are. And I know it's the thing to drop off your clothes to your parents to wash, even if they're on the other coast. Yeah, your clothes are done.
Thank you. I go to my
Mecha Ochre, do you get up to anything this evening?
I mean, other than finishing off all the cookies, I kind of tinker with the motorcycle again, and then I go to bed.
Nice. Marley?
Marley is back at her apartment, probably listening to some lo-fi music, has her sketchbook in her hands, and would be we're working on a sketch from the last battle. It's Mecha Ochre when he said, "Nicely done, sis," to Marley. But in the picture, it's not Marley, it's who Marley thinks he was actually talking to, which Marley would have seen when she was in Gabe's dreams when he first got here. Just that. And on other pages of the sketchbook, there's a couple drawings of someone else. But she's not looking at those pages right now. She's just gonna draw anyone but right now.
Anyone but?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was a middle school teacher. I am immune. You can't get me.
What is Bertram doing? Are you staying at the house because you don't want to be home alone, or are you back home?
So it's past the time Bertram usually leaves, and he's just kind of hovering, Gabe's fixing his motorcycle. He kind of every now and then he's like, "What's going on?" And he's kind of watching.
He's doing the longest Midwestern goodbye.
Yep, Raven's doing magic, and he just kind of hangs around a little bit, and then he's kind of walking around looking at his schematics, just sitting on the couch now, and he's just like, "Well, it's not really happening from that." But he's also just like, Yeah, he definitely doesn't really want to just kind of go home because he's just like, well, I'm just. They say
Just
I can
vibing.
stay here sometimes. I have no idea what to do here.
So I have a question. This isn't something we've established yet in Stream Game, but you keep a lot of things that you have found on various missions in a closet. Is that at the agency or is that in Bertram's home?
That's at my house.
It's at your house. What does your house look like?
It is outside of the city, so it's kind of a little. It's kind of got distance between other people and that house out there, kind of in the countryside. It's like a 2-story, pretty not too extravagant like house with a nice yard size. It's pretty chill. It's blue.
A lot of neighbors, or you're kind of pretty secluded?
Pretty secluded.
Okay. Cool. Do you end up going back to your home that night? Or do you end up taking the offer to stay here? Oh.
I depending on when that call came into my mirror, I think I would have come downstairs. So it just depends on whether or not everybody was in bed already or had gone. But I would say
it was early enough to where you could catch Bertram still.
I mean, if Bertram's is kind of like thinking maybe I'll hang around this week because it's going to be a while, I think maybe he'll head home to get like a suitcase. Like get some clothes. All he's wearing is this one suit.
As you
grabbing clothes and returning, or
as you start to leave, how far away is the house from my house?
I'd probably be like a 30-minute drive. I'm taking the bus. I don't have a car.
Okay, I can't portal you that far. That's
my wife has a car, but I don't know how to drive.
I love everything about Bertram. Just want to say.
I know so much. I know.
just a ball of endearing traits.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go home and get your stuff and then return.
He's also very chatty on the bus. He like talks to everyone.
I mean, that's a great place to socialize with everyone, no matter how grumpy they look.
Exactly. Yeah, he'll just go by his house, step in, grab all the stuff, take a look at his like doctorates on the wall and such.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So everyone falls asleep for the evening in their home. Marley, I'm assuming you kind of doze off while drawing, or do you just do that into the night?
Yeah.
Suddenly you wake up. Specifically, Marley, facing that description of a house that Bertram gave. It's a bit of a shock because you fell asleep, you dozed off in the middle of something, and now you are standing in the street facing a house. It's pretty chilly. It's not raining or anything, surprisingly, considering the part of the country we're in. But yeah, you're in your PJs, I presume.
Yeah, I didn't think I needed a pajama.
I didn't warn you that you needed pajamas.
Next time.
Well, hopefully this doesn't become a habit for Marley.
But I'm in my pajamas, and this doesn't feel like. Did I teleport?
Have you been to Bertram's house before? It's a question for both of you, I suppose.
Does Bertram have a home office?
Office? I mean, not particularly.
Well, I mean, for the therapy, like when Marley was Bertram's like.
Oh no, I went into the city. I went into the city to do that.
Then no, I don't think she'd have any reason to go to Bertram's house.
Gotcha. Then you don't know where you are necessarily. This is Emerald City still, from what it looks like. I mean, the skyline makes sense, but you're like way out of the city. Like, this is nowhere near your apartment.
Can I figure out if I'm like, because I just like arrived here. Does it feel like the feeling after I teleported like the 3 times I've done it? Does it feel like a sleepwalk dreaming thing?
It feels similar to the time you teleported, but what it most feels like is that the Eye of Chaos that you've previously encountered a few months back now is calling to you from the house. You would know
the Eye of
that.
Chaos be here?
Yeah, you would know
Yeah.
that Bertram took the Eye of Chaos at the end of that adventure, which
She puts it.
for the audience took place off stream. Our first game together, there was an artifact called the Eye of Chaos that played a major role in the story.
But maybe you'll be able to hear that story sometime in the future as an audio drama. Maybe some little projects are happening in the background, but don't kill my character in Superhero Shenanigans. Stay tuned. But Marley will then put together, maybe even see like the Blithely name on the mailbox. And yeah, well, she knows that his wife's not home and that he's at Raven's. She's talked to the Eye of Chaos before, so I think that she will just say, like, in her mind, you brought me here? Did you... Are you here?
You feel that yes. Yes, it is. It doesn't answer audibly, but you feel, within you that this is.
You teleported me here. Did you also give me the ability to teleport?
No clue, no obvious like audible answer or anything, but you feel kind of like even just saying it confirmed it for you.
Okay.
Like the asking it made it a thing.
Last time I was holding on to you, you said that you could make thoughts real. So I don't think this is a good idea. You wanna pick someone else to talk to? Okay.
And you feel that you feel compelled.
Here's the thing.
It from the house.
I like having powers that aren't creeping into people's minds. Like, that's cool. That's great. It's a bummer that that's not mine. That's yours, or you kind of made it feel like it was both of us. And I think as she's saying this, like, she is walking towards the house without really meaning to. Yep. Okay. Just, like, if... Can you... What... I don't want to free a bunch of pets and zoo animals. I don't really know what you're getting out of this. Do we have to, like, what if I passed you off to, like, a hero that would be, like, so much cooler than me? It's like, there's gotta be, like, if we, it's like...
Because these artifacts work on a coolness factor.
Yeah, clearly, everybody knows this.
Like you
so without
said,
words, it communicates to you that, like, you're already connected.
Cool. Can we not be, like you said, I am power, I want chaos, and I do not really want chaos. I love when things are so normal, so I just don't think that we're compatible. Like, I just don't think that our goals line up.
And you feel sort of like speaking, but not, that
Yeah.
you have potential to create much chaos.
That's interesting. I mean, like, can we deal with this in the morning? Like, does this have to be a now thing? And I think, like, she's more in her head than, like, realizing that she is, like, walking through Bertram's house, which is Bertram someone who leaves the front door unlocked? No.
No. So you would, in the midst of this conversation.
Teleport?
Well, I was about to say, you have the resistance of the door, and that's what, like, jars you to the fact that you are trying to enter his home.
Yeah,
what kind of security does Bertram have, aside from locks and such? Would you have anything?
Some three-lettered acronym security system that's locked, and there's like it's got like an away setting where there's motion detection inside. Because you got
like a ring camera.
He was a psychiatrist. He was like a counselor, a psychiatrist, a therapist. He was also a superhero, publicly known, and he has a wife, and it's a well secured home. Even though he leaves everything in a pile in the closet, all the dangerous stuff, he doesn't listen to that.
So yeah, you are suddenly in the middle of the dialogue, but it's really just you and a feeling of like, I need to go get the thing that you're not even fully registering, and suddenly you kind of get shaken out of that by the fact that your hand is on a doorknob and it is locked.
Yeah, take my hand off the doorknob. You are going to get me into so much trouble. You're going to get both of us into so much trouble. I'm gonna go home. No. And I think that while Marley's saying that, though, she's thinking back to the moment that she was holding the Eye of Chaos. And she is thinking about how confident she was in that moment, and how self-assured she was, and how she had words and she could say them, and she made some really strong statements and had the strength in her that she has not had outside of that moment. So she's thinking about that while she's like, no thanks. Walking back.
All right, and she goes home.
Well, I mean, she's far away from home, so she wants to go home, but she's like, I don't have a car here, and it's the middle of nowhere.
I was going to say, it's a lot of small teleports, or
the bus goes by my house.
The bus does go by the house.
I take the bus.
Late buses.
I'm in my pajamas. It is cold. I'm going to call Bertram.
I call at like 2 a.m.
Bertram's still just like sitting up in a bed. Very uncomfortable. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Remember that whole patient-doctor confidentiality thing that we had for a while?
Yes, I still have that signed paperwork.
Can we operate under that right now? Can I tell you something that you're not going to tell to the team?
I suppose so.
Awesome.
Yes.
The Eye of Chaos brought me to your house.
Oh, here, hold on a second. My wife taught me how to do this. And he gets out, he switches from his phone to security, and then there's a light at
you could see a camera.
This color, and it's the doorbell cam is on. It's like,
hey.
I see you out there.
I guess I teleported here. I don't know how to get myself back home. It's cold. I'm in my pajamas. Yeah, I guess the teleport thing is kind of the Eye of Chaos too. So,
the bus doesn't come by for another 2 hours, so we'll probably have to. I can come pick you up probably.
You don't have a car though. Can you? Can you find a way to tell Raven that you need to borrow? You can't drive.
Can't I mean, I could. Listen. I drove a couple chariots in the land of the trip, so in theory it works the same way. I could call one of them uplifts people.
Question: did Slipstream return to Emerald City?
Yeah, she probably would have gone back. She probably because her partner doesn't know of her superpowers, so she.
Oh, gotcha. So you got to
Yeah.
be back home. Yeah.
Mhm.
I have an idea. I have an
What's
idea.
that?
I have a
What's
great
up?
idea. I won't tell any
Okay.
of our friends, but I could
Sure.
ask a third party to come get you.
What third party? I'm looking like Marley right now. Like, I don't want to do any hero things. I'm just how you just I don't what?
I listen. Gabe showed me how to do this, so I can do this, and it'll be all right. I think, right?
What? Okay. All right.
So here, let me get on the thing, and I'll do one of them DMs.
I feel like this is why you requested to make your character older recently.
35 now.
I don't know. Maybe you can just
You're that old.
He gets on the
Gloria,
DM
come
and,
get me.
and texts Slipstream on the DMs, and it's like, "Hey, it's Bertrum Blithely, aka the Speck. I'm a superhero in the city too. You probably haven't heard of me. I could use some help. A friend of mine is stuck."
Using a superhero
This is
as
awesome.
a transport service.
Gabe would be so proud that he's doing this right now, even though it's just not appropriate.
And then I hit send. And no one will know things weird happen because this random person won't care.
I'm like,
And
use
there's
one-
no connection.
You get back. Oh, are you the guy my mom was telling me about? I think you came to a barbecue at my place.
Marley, this is weird. You'll never guess. Yes.
Did you tell Gloria
I
to just
think
pick me up with the
I
car?
did go to Mrs. Archer's barbecue. It was a really nice time, and I'm glad I got that invite that one time. It was
Mrs. Archer? Are you're
And
talking out loud as you text? You would do that,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
Did you say
Oh,
Mrs.
no.
Archer? Who
Yeah,
are you
Mrs.
texting?
Archer. Yeah,
Who are you?
that might be confidential. I don't think
Well,
she's
it's just
as
because
Can you
it's
text
so
that might
odd.
be, are you typing everything that you see?
yes.
What might be confidential? What are you saying right now?
I'm
It's just
talking
so
to my
odd,
friend
Bertram,
at the same
because-
time.
Because you said you were going to send someone to come get me. You're
That is
typing.
true.
I
I
think you're messaging Slipstream, which is ridiculous to send a superpowered being when you can just send Gloria with the car. And I knew someone with the last name Archer.
Oh, so you're
would
okay
be
with
about the
Gloria
same age.
knowing?
So, what?
But you don't want any of our friends to know. Gloria is one of our best friends.
Is
There's that.
her way to come get me? Is this what's happening right now?
Where's your friend? I'm on my way back to Emerald City. I'm running right now. I think I'm in the Dakotas.
Oh, she's asking where I live.
You don't need to tell her. Just say it's handled. It's fine. I can
I mean,
get.
my address is
Where's
pretty
this?
simple. You know, it's actually 12372, and it's at North Runway. And then
Did you
click
type that
send.
as you were saying? Yeah, you did.
And there is a
Um,
rush of wind.
All right. Hey, I have chaos.
And
You want to cause some chaos? Can you make me look like Tracker right now instead of Marley? Can we do that? Let's do that. Goodwill between us, huh? Make some friend deals. I don't know. Are we buddies? Are we pals?
And
on here.
swoosh. Okay, so I'll give you this chance actually, since everyone starts with a hero point. If you want to have the Eye of Chaos change you right now, you can do it for a hero point. Otherwise, it's leaving you out to dry.
I like the idea of it leaving me out to dry. I'm gonna like. It's so hard for Claude because
prefer that too.
like
No, I like
my
it too.
characters being messed with, so I will not spend hero points. You really, unless it's to help other people. I have a mechanic for that now. Anyway, nah, it's just happening. I'm like,
A
look, if you
rush of
want
wind
this-
happens, and Slipstream is there.
Just still putting away the phone. Hey, you the Speck's friend? The one shrinking guy. This is his address, he said? You're the only person here for like a couple blocks, I'm gotta say. There's
Yeah.
like one weird person a few, like 5 blocks away, but you're the only one for a bit.
Yeah. Full disclosure here. He did. I heard him talk about your last name, and I think I know you.
Oh.
Did you go to Emerald City University?
Did I say her last name?
You said Mrs. Archer.
No,
Are
he
we
says it
hearing
over
him
the
on
phone.
the camera still? Like watching through the camera and like I'm hearing everything.
He's either on there or still on the phone call with Marley.
Can I see your phone real quick?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're on the phone with
sure.
him, right?
I mean, yes, but is it a phone call? Yeah, it's a phone call. Yeah, it's a phone call. I just would.
Hey, my guy, why?
Wow, what? Well, you see,
Don't you work with anonymity and stuff like that?
Look, they're all public heroes. They don't get the whole private hero thing. Not that I would either.
no,
I don't
what-
get the hero thing at all. I don't know
what did I
anything
do?
about it. Ever.
What did I do?
It's
I'm
not even my
confused.
mom's last name. That's crazy. I get you know my dad too. But
I-
still.
I didn't say anything about a mother or anything like that.
It's really cold. He's just
I
a
can
friend of
piggyback,
mine.
Yeah. Bye. I'll
Well-
help your friend. Talk to you guys soon, I guess.
I
Okay,
just got
sorry
stranded
if I
out here.
mess anything up.
Yeah, I just got stranded. He was just worried, wanted to make sure that I got home safe. I can call a car service or something.
No,
Just get
you're
back
fine.
to-
This is gonna be faster. I don't want to leave you alone on the street anyway. Where do you need me to take you?
I'll tell her my apartment. Yeah.
Because I
This is
got to get
Marley,
back.
so yeah.
Princess piggyback.
Oh my gosh.
I have
used
to.
to
This is
piggyback.
literally, unfortunately, the only way.
No, I know. Not that I would. No. Piggyback is fine. We can do that.
We're just checking off the list. Eventually, Marley will have had a piggyback ride from every hero on the team. It's fine.
Or not.
Or not. Or we could. I will say off stream, Gloria's already done it.
Did we? No, we'll figure it out. The Marley piggyback bingo card is now going to be a thing. Anyway,
Now I'll run quickly, but not. I'm trying to gauge how fast it is to run safely with someone who's not as good with.
Marley will say,
friction.
I know that it's safe to run exactly whatever Leo's speed is. Like if you want to
60 miles per hour.
That's pretty quick,
That's
and I'm pretty
slow,
fine with
my
it.
guy. 60?
I mean,
I'll
I know that's
speed
safe
it
for
up a
me.
little bit.
I don't have. I don't want to fall apart with how fast you can probably
No,
run.
don't worry, you won't. I took physics class for this reason, literally.
We
and
were
I'll-
in the same physics class, actually. But all right.
Oh, is that how you know me?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You're that girl that dropped out.
Yeah. I am. Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. It's nice to meet you. We didn't really talk, but
No.
like, you
No,
seem
I just
lovely,
know
not
everyone
bad.
around me all the time. So
Which is
yeah,
obviously
you're also very nice, and
I'm surprised you remember my name considering
Here's a
you're
question.
there long. And big school.
Would she, through her ability to absorb emotions and like thought stuff, would her mind be racing right now because she's feeling the emotions of a speedster?
oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll take it if you think that fits coming from Tally.
Yeah, it's up to.
Yeah, I feel like definitely she processes emotions very quickly and like kind of runs
Yeah.
through them. So she went very quickly from shocked at her knowing you, upset at you. It was like truly like shocked, upset at Speck, worried about your reaction, excited to realize she knows you, and like just running through the whole, literally like all the steps of grief real quick, like just.
I was like, yeah, you're nice and you're quick, so it makes sense that you are actually quick because you just go fast. Not like any that I would know that it was just you run quickly.
Yeah, no, we're running right now.
And
Let's
that,
go.
yeah.
At like
okay.
100 miles an hour. Just a nice.
And it is
100
it
miles
is mildly exhausting for you because, you know, going through emotions normally, like that can take a lot out of you, but this is like speed running a bunch of emotions back and forth. So yeah, this is a weird vibe for you, Marley.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
in not too long you arrive at your apartment.
Yeah. It'll take like a few seconds.
Yeah, it's
Like I said, this
Less
is
than a
faster.
minute.
Yeah. Cool. So that's me. And thank you so much for bringing me here. And I guess just
Okay.
question, did Tally have like any pets, like cats, dog, bunny? You know
No.
what pets are. No. I'm trying to think of something that Marley could just slip in that like she thinks that you guys actually spoke about at some point in
Mm.
college, like in passing, that you never would have actually said out loud. Just a plan.
Maybe not that I wouldn't have said out loud to anyone, but maybe something that would have spoken about in class that's like normal, we're in class together conversation is that Tally is actually she was both a physics major and a fashion major. Like she did both very competing, really different majors at the same time.
That's what
I'm
people
wondering-
mean when they say fast fashion? Never knew.
I'm wondering if there was something that Marley would have thought you said out loud, but you only said in your mind, and Marley just picked it up in college.
Gosh,
That looks hideous.
Maybe she could have just thought about like you would have maybe felt a little bit of frustration sometimes at like how slow things were, her not being able to use her powers, or thinking about running to Tokyo for lunch after this class.
Yeah. And you didn't make it public knowledge that you went to Tokyo after class.
She's
Like,
not a public hero at all.
Perfect.
No one knew that she had
Perfect.
powers.
So Marley would just say like, yeah, I mean, I guess it makes perfect sense that this is you now being a speedster and being so fast because like you went to Tokyo after classes, and who could get to Tokyo that quick? Like I never thought much of it, but I mean, that's what you were doing. So that's kind of wild, but makes sense. Anyway, thanks for dropping me off.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll see you around. Probably not.
From her, but
I'm gonna go inside now. Nice seeing you again. What do you want me to call you? Since obviously you don't want to be called Tally while you're, looking like this. It was Slipstream. What was on the live today?
That's
yeah.
what my
You were
says. Yeah, that's it.
right. Because she went to So Slipstream. It is. See ya around. Probably maybe Slipstream. Good night. Bye. Marley goes inside.
And I'll go back to my apartment.
And I think that is where we will take a little break.
Hello and welcome back to Superhero Shenanigans on Don't Kill My Character. We are going to pull our winner from the giveaway. And congrats to the Big Nate Show. The Big Nate Show, you're going to be getting the PDFs of the Reign of Cats and Dogs adventure and the Basic Heroes Handbook. And thank you so much to Green Ronin Publishing for providing those to our viewers. Give a shout out their way. So then the Big Nate Show, you'll get a DM whisper from the channel with information on how to redeem that. And now, to get a clean start for the podcast, welcome back to Superhero Shenanigans. Let's bounce it back over to our Game Master, Claude.
Yes, hello. We are back. The rest of the night, or morning, goes by rather uneventfully. Everyone ends up in wherever they're staying for the night, and it passes. It is morning. It is a Friday morning. What does everyone have to do? I'm not going to go one by one. Just shout out what y'all are doing.
Marley is staying home.
You had kind of a weird night.
Actually, Marley's going to have to follow up with Bertrum. Marley's going to say, Bertrum, is there somewhere that we can meet that is not Raven's house or your house or public?
It's a lot of disclaimers.
We could go to my office in town.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Bertram, who's been up almost all night because he was kind of halfway expecting her to show up at the mansion, so he just stayed up on the front porch for a while. And he also
that you got back home.
He also has had trouble sleeping at the new place, so he's like just drinking a lot of tea, warm tea to stay awake. And he'll get his stuff.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, he's just gonna start grabbing all his stuff to head out.
Raven got up pretty early. actually probably didn't sleep much at all because started immediately investigating anything that she could find on the cult of Eris. And then I would have also sent a text out to the entire team, just saying, got a heads up, cult of Eris, wouldn't have relayed the whole thing, but would have just probably been a couple of quick things. Cult of Eris, possibly keep an eye out. They've been over at Freedom City. And, I probably would have started it by saying Foresight gave me a heads up. And then I would have been scouring through things. And I also would have been, had the whole team on it. So, just checking records of things, like looking for any weird little incidents that might have happened, any new rentals that happen, anything that kind of
just unusual things. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Unusual activity. Okay, I'm not using this dice anymore. That was absolute shit. So that is a 12.
All right, with a 12, right now nothing specific.
Okay.
But you've talked to people who can give you a heads up, since you're putting out feelers for is anything weird going on, or groups that are recruiting people in shops that have a spiritual leaning, anything like that, but so far nothing stands out to you.
I probably would have also called in some of my connections in the magical community, so I probably would have made a reach out to my old professor at the college to just say, hey, have you had any weird activity over there, and the museum as well, my connection that I definitely have written down somewhere that I don't have in front of me right now.
I also have it written down. It's in this book, but on what page? Who could say?
Stanley! His name is Stanley.
Stanley was Stanley. I forgot about
Yes,
him.
I reached out to Stanley as well and said, yo, my dude, keep an eye out. There's been some weird things going on. Have you seen anything? That kind of deal.
Gotcha. And he lets you know nothing unusual. He thanks you, and then you get to hear everything that's new at the museum, because whenever someone talks to him, he's like, hey, this is the stuff that's going on. There's some cool, really old, tapestries coming in. That's pretty cool. There's,
That's
we
awesome.
still have
you get
this
no ones
exhibit.
from Egypt coming in?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I can message you and let you know. I can go look. I know there's
sure.
some Mediterranean ones, or there's a lot of interesting ones.
Yeah, I'm just keeping the conversation going for a few minutes with him, just because I know he needs that kind of deal. But I definitely saved that call for last.
Good call. Yeah, because it would have eaten up a lot of your time.
Yeah, and did everything else first. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
All right. What does Slipstream? What's her morning?
She starts by running to France to pick up some crepes, and then pretends without lying, it's not a lie, she says, oh, I found a French bistro, French creperie that's new. It's only a few minutes away, so I can pick them up for breakfast.
Nice.
And that is how she presents it. Grab breakfast with her partner, and then we'll head out to do some patrols, which for her, she also likes using patrols as essentially her morning jog. She kind of doubles it in. She does it all in costume so that in case she does run into anything that needs to be stopped, then
she can. Cool. Just gonna have you roll a perception check as you're just checking out everything around you. And I will roll to see if anything random or weird happens as soon as I relocate my dice.
That's a very high roll.
Uh-oh.
26.
26. As you're making your way around, you hear You basically like run past and you see that there's like police talking to someone outside of a shop. You see everything in the city because you're running around everywhere and you can process things so quickly. But you happen to stop by close enough to see that there is a yarn store that was broken into last night.
Interesting thing to break into.
No money was taken. A whole lot of yarn was. Yeah. Not great for their business for sure. They kind of would have preferred taking the hit on the money because they don't keep much on the property. But that's the only other big, not super noticeable thing.
Yeah, I'll ask if there's any. Do you know if there's any security cameras around here? Like taking a look around. Someone that might have seen, because that's a lot of yarn to take all at once.
That's an absurd amount of yarn.
Someone has seen it.
So the business owners or whoever's running right now is there talking to the police, and you just stop by, you like appear suddenly, and you're like, cameras, and they're like, oh hey, so apparently the security cameras are super old and busted, and the one that was working got wrecked immediately, so there's nothing to work with from there. There's a video from across the street. We were able to get to those cameras, and there was like a big van that took some of the stuff, so that took off, but there's no plates on it, so we can't really check that. And that would have been, let's see, around like 1 or 2 this morning.
1 or 2 this morning. What direction did it head off in?
It went south that way. But the weird thing is, there's actually, I think it was last week, didn't get a lot reported on it, but there was like a textile place that also got attacked. Or not attacked, but someone broke into it.
Also just stole a bunch of textiles?
Yeah.
And are they in the similar...
Not as many this time for that one, so it's like they're escalating. It's the weirdest, and that's for here, but it's a really weird crime, in our opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. I have some people who might be able to help. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm going to take off south while also responding to both the people who DM'd me yesterday, who I realize now Gabe texted me as Gabe, but now I'm like, maybe it's also this other person. Maybe they all know each other. I don't know. But I'll text both Raven and Gabe at the same time on social media and just be like, you guys run into a lot of yarn and textile crime in this city? As I'm running south and looking out for any other cameras as I run that might have caught it, to figure out if maybe they saw it turn or go in a different direction.
Oh yeah.
I would
Good
think
call.
that we were probably working together and researching and doing all that kind of stuff. So we're probably with each other when this text came through, is my guess. What would you say?
Who are you asking that
Gabe.
to? Sam?
Oh, you're asking us in general?
You and I, like, we got this text that came in. I'm thinking that we're both at the.
You're
at the
together in
house.
the manor working on a
Correct.
project when you both get this
Correct.
text from.
Yeah,
somebody.
unless there's
Oh.
somewhere else you'd rather be, but yeah.
Okay. No. I had started taking apart the motorcycle engine and looking for something to eat because there are no more freshly baked cookies or hypogaea nuts in the kitchen.
Oh no.
And I make my way to Raven, and we've been there the morning trying to sort through details.
Yeah, just looking for this Cult of Air stuff. Would I have not got a police report in about these? Robberies
Yeah,
or
you would have
anything?
got some chatter in about it. Just kind of like not in progress when they happened,
Right.
because no one was there. But yeah, you would get, as they're taking this report and it goes around, you would eventually hear about it.
Okay. So yeah, so I probably would look at the look over at you, like, did you get it? And then start like fumbling through looking for the papers that has the police report on it that we get every morning and looking through it, and I'll just kind of slide it over. This is odd. Yeah, there's two robberies, it looks like. I don't know. It's like a craft club went wild or something.
This seems like a... Not that I've ever done this, but seems like a college prank.
Oh, maybe. I'll text back. I see the report, but I don't know. This kind of looks like a prank. You getting some vibes from this?
I would be on the lookout for a college mascot wrapped in a lot of yarn and textiles.
Amazing.
Noted.
Let's cut to the meeting between Marley and Bertram. As you all investigate.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Hey. So... Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're safe and good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got home, my mind was racing from slipstreams, and I did not remember I should have texted you that I was back at my apartment, okay? I'm sorry.
That's alright. It's fine. So I figured you'd be safe.
So you have the Eye of Chaos in your house?
Yeah, it's in the closet. The closet of Mysteriums.
Is there a more secure place that could be?
I mean, my house is pretty secure.
Wait, do you have a closet full of... You called it the Closet of Mysterium. Do you just have a lot of artifacts in a closet in your house?
Oh, when you fight a lot of bad guys, they usually drop stuff, and you don't want them to get them back. So sometimes I put them in my closet. Like, I'll end of day, and then I'll be like sitting down on the couch, and oh, what's this on my back? And I'll pull out like a freeze gun, and I'll just throw it in the closet, you know.
So, how secure is this closet?
I mean, my house, I feel like it's fairly secure, you know.
Don't tell me how you would get in or not. I really cannot know. Like, I can't. Do not tell me how to get it. Just make sure that it is so secure, and wherever it is.
Are you still hearing this thing, Doc? Was that how you teleported back at the foot race?
I think so. So it's not talking so much as I just know what it thinks and feels, just like anyone, kind of.
It's like a wild singer. They can kind of talk. They're not like full words to each other. It's just like they're feeling at you, you know.
I mean, I just kind of have thoughts and feelings of people in my heads all the time, so it's not so odd. It's just, most people don't use it to communicate with me intentionally, like unless I open up the group chat, which I guess I did. So you were the only person who really saw me with the Eye of Chaos that time.
That is true.
And I thought I told it to kind of just, go away, but in like a super cool way, which I've never been that cool before and have not been that cool since. But,
I mean, coolness does not equal effectiveness necessarily.
I seem to agree on that. Yeah, I tried to convince the Eye of Chaos that, like, another hero would be a better choice for all the power and chaos that it wants, but it says that we're already connected, which, I went in just thinking...
a good choice for an evil being to manipulate. I mean, I think you're like... I mean that in a positive way. Like, you're very good at what you do, you know?
So many questions. What is it that you think I'm good at doing that would make it okay for the Eye of Chaos to it, which is the Eye of Chaos is evil? Like, that's confirmed? You know that?
I'm just assuming it tried to kill us.
Well, it didn't try to kill us. It wants its power. It said, I am power. I want chaos. And it just wanted to create chaos. And it was, thinking that Moonbeam could give it chaos. It didn't want to hurt. It just wanted chaos. And I said to Moonbeam in the Eye of Chaos that chaos you control is not chaos. And
when it does some good things, maybe I'll consider it not being evil.
Okay, so let's go back then. You said that because I'm good at what I do, which I would love to elaborate on that, I should just kind of follow this Eye of Chaos thing?
No, you should not follow the Eye of Chaos thing. I'm just saying, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself saying that you're not worthwhile to be manipulated by an eyeball,
Okay.
I'm just saying, you've got some positive qualities. You feel a lot, and that's often chaotic, Feelings are chaotic.
Yeah, and for something that wants chaos and wants to make thoughts reality, I am now connected to it, and I have everyone's thoughts and feelings and chaos. My head is just chaos, so you know what? I get what it sees in me. How do I not do what?
As you two continue this, I'm going to have the other three roll investigation as you're looking into the textile thing. Or the fabric heist.
I kind of really want Bertram to be like, oh, and that's our time for today.
He's like listening to your prompts that he's like, okay, and then he turns a screen to you that has like tip 15, 20, 25%. Thank you.
Yeah. What am I rolling? Investigation?
Investigation.
25.
Ooh. Okay. What did everybody else get?
Not near that.
You are covering a lot of ground right now. What you're running into is that you did find like security cameras that could potentially do it, but you have to get that from the city.
Yeah.
You have to.
Could I roll persuasion check instead to try and get access to some of these security cameras?
I'll allow it.
I'm much better at that than investigation.
Gabe, what did you get, or have you any cool ideas of how you can pitch in and figure out what is going on with this? You are muted.
I think you're muted.
Why, yes, I was. We talking about the yarn or the cult?
The yarn.
Oh,
no, I guess if you want to look into that one instead, you could. But yeah, I think everyone's on the yarn now.
Yeah. I think I've already given my best idea.
The mascot. It's not the worst idea, honestly.
Just checking to see, all of the different colleges, if they're having any kind of large sporting events or graduations or senior nights.
Raven, when you had reached out to ask people about the Cult of Eris, one of them got back to you finally. You sent out feelers and stuff, and they're like, no, but there were some weird sounds coming from a warehouse around here. Sketchy vehicles going around, and yeah. As far as we know, no one owns that little warehouse. I'll text you the address. But yeah, we don't think anyone owns it, but there was definitely someone hanging around there, which people have done before, where they're making deals around that area. So it's probably something like that. But yeah, there was someone going inside.
Cool, appreciate it. And I'm gonna I'll text that address to everyone. Possible site of trouble.
Now, what
does that include Slipstream? Because she's not in the group chat.
It's a good question.
It's your call.
I think that I.
You said that you wanted to meet her. And
I think
also send it to her.
that I will send. Yeah, I think I will send a separate one. So I'll send the normal lingo, to everybody else, and then possibly you'll get a text that for me that just says possibly related, possibly not, and I'll have the just with the map coordinates. Like that's it. No other. Yeah.
In the meantime, the oh so personable local social media personality rolled a 28 on persuasion.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you tell them that you've basically taken the initiative to continue like the search for this van, and you bring up the choice of the cameras. So they tried it. They're like, yeah, we have someone that can like get you those as quickly as they can. So you get updates basically showing you different places they've gone, and they're like, we were just about to explore this avenue. That was a really good idea, since they have a picture of the van and they can kind of put out an alert. But also, yeah, they get you the footage, and it basically leads you towards. It seems like it's going in the direction of the address you've been sent by Raven.
Yeah. When I get that message, I'll send back another one saying, van was definitely headed in that direction. I just checked the security cameras.
Cool.
So just from our side of the group chat, I guess Marley's having this interesting conversation with Bertram. It would say, okay, well, my head's full of a lot of chaos right now. Just a lot going on, and I feel like I can usually think better, clearer when after using my power intentionally. So maybe we check this out. Maybe we get into a fight, get distracted, whatever. Just let myself focus on something else and expend all of this so that I can think clearer as me.
How much have you mentioned the fabric of it all in the group chat? Raven.
How much have I mentioned what?
The fabric.
Are you saying fabric like literally this is a textile thing, or are you using fancy words to describe things?
No. I'm talking about actual like yarn and that sort of thing. Like that's definitely in the group chat.
To the group chat, like it's short. It's always as short as possible, so it'll be like, weird textiles, the address, that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, the important information is definitely there. But not. I'm using as much condensed as possible, and the codes that we utilize too. And then also, I want to note that the head security guy, who actually we're gonna say it's a head security female, that I have not named as of yet.
Happy Women's Month.
Yes, exactly. I was like, why did I do
every
that?
NPC this month?
Years and years of conditioning as you have to fight it.
It's true.
So yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna get a text from security that's with a short clip that just says odd security, odd event or whatever. And it's going to show Bertram at like whatever super early time of the morning it was that he was sitting on the steps. Just because in general, they're like doing their security sweeps and they don't pay attention to who's doing what. They just let me know if there's weird people around the property that, hanging out or whatever. And we don't generally hang out on the front steps.
At
like that.
2 a.m, yeah, it's true.
At 2 a.m, yeah. I mean, we go in and out or whatever, but like it's just so they flagged it or whatever. So Bertram is going to get a separate text for me that just says, "All good over there?" Question mark?
Yes. Having tea. What's going on about the fabric?
The fabric that is being mentioned now that you're able to like pay attention to that and not just talk to Marley seems somewhat familiar to you.
Marley, real quick before we get swept away on this whole thing.
Yes.
It's not always the best thing long term to try to distract yourself or to run away from the feelings, but that is your decision to make. I will encourage you to perhaps talk it out some more at maybe a later point. So you seem like you want to stop.
With you, with the Eye of Chaos, like what?
I wouldn't suggest talking to the Eye of Chaos again or
What do you
feeling at
suggest I
it.
do about that?
Feeling at it.
The thing is, I think it's kind of just always around. Is what I'm wondering now. So that's fun. But let's like, if
I
we
have
go
some
do...
mental exercises we could do maybe tonight
Sweet.
or something.
Okay. All right. I'll come back to Ravens tonight then. Just let's. Doing other things helps clear my head more to be more productive with my words and decisions, and let's just use the power so that I can think better after.
Okay,
gonna go?
that's fair. Yeah, I think I know where we need to go.
Cool.
Um,
Gonna track her, and then we'll be there. Cool.
Oh yeah, for
You got
sure.
it?
I assume this is yeah. Here, hold on. I'm just gonna text everyone. Could you meet me outside of my office?
Have Gloria send the card.
You can send the car if you want. Thanks. Bertram.
Are those all different texts?
Yes.
You can't send the car. I think you might be the most frustrating person to text.
Raven's close. Raven's frustrating because it's just like so quick and you don't get enough information. But then Bertram is
Yeah.
Bertram.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So
going?
Bertram can take care of his plants
Yeah.
first and then head out.
Oh,
The
since,
car is on the way.
yeah. Since Bertram did also text, she'll send it, add also him into the IG messages and be like, "Where are you guys? I'm by the warehouse waiting."
Oh, you already found the warehouse? I just found out about this.
Amelia. One moment.
I would say, please be careful. I don't.
I think we found out what happened to the fabric.
We love our stream pets. We love our stream kiddos. For podcast listeners, Claude's child was jumping on the bed behind him.
Haha.
I don't even know who that was.
Crazy.
Just another super.
Coming in off the streets. I don't know.
We.
So- What did I
Okay.
miss? Are we getting the gang together?
Yeah. So
Yes,
I'll
we're getting the
text
gang
back.
together.
I'll be like, I just found out about this. We're meeting at my office right now. But if you are at warehouse, we will meet there. Please don't go in and hurt this person. Much. I know this person, and we can. Yeah. If you will wait, please. Thank you.
Roll me a perception check, Slipstream, as everyone goes to Bertram's.
Yeah.
You are the first one on scene. I feel like I'm gonna say that a lot over the
Yeah.
course of your career
Not
here.
high, but I do have a pretty high modifier for perception. Yeah, still not great. 9.
9. You see the van outside the warehouse.
Okay. Yeah.
Can't
I'll
really.
probably be sneaky about. I'm not next to the warehouse, but I'm just in the docks area waiting.
Gotcha. Roll a stealth.
Will do. This dice is either 2 or 19. I don't understand it. That's a 6.
Oh, I thought you got the 19. that
No,
time.
it's a 2.
No, I knew that was
the way you framed it, I was like, oh,
No.
last time it was bad, this time
No.
it's great. Okay. I have to check someone's perception. Okay. Cool.
Probably better than a 6.
You would hope.
Uh-huh.
So cool. You don't know what that means. Yeah, you all get to Bertram, and then I assume move towards the warehouse after that.
Yeah.
I
I'm-
think
I'm-
that we would have went straight to the warehouse from Raven. I
Oh,
would
and
think.
Gloria will go pick
Yeah,
up.
we sent the car, to pick them up. So I would have either flown, or is your bike in pieces?
It is in pieces.
All right, so we would have had to take the other car then, or I would have given you the other car.
You could carry him on your back.
No,
Good.
that's only a Marley thing. established.
Marley may be
guess I-
carried.
Or we could have your bike be finished, since we will be putting it on your sheet. I've just been dragging my feet on it. It's your call.
No, I'll jump in the car with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take the car.
Carpool. We're going.
It's a little
Cool beans.
teeny tiny 2-seater sports car that we're driving in right now.
Gotcha.
Oh, a different car.
Yeah, it's a different car.
Oh,
Oh
cool.
goodness.
You're getting messages the whole way
I have-
there, being like, "What's taking so long?"
Oh my gosh.
part of the reason it's difficult to stay stealthy is that even when you're like still, you kind of pace. Yeah, just relaxing, look natural. Yeah,
Let me go take a lap around.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
So then
runs up
you
and down
notice
the
the same
block.
person pop up in a few different
Yeah.
spots. If you look out the window, it's like
Mhm.
what?
I'm voice texting
yes.
on the way over there. So what are you finding out with recon?
Found the van. It's parked outside the spot.
What are you finding with recon? You're like on another dock looking out at the ocean. It's like, wait, what?
The ocean's lovely over here, but the warehouse, I'll run back to. I'll see if I can spot anything.
I was
I guess-
picking up bagels.
How big are
You know
one of
what
those? Is it like one of those where it's mostly wall? Bagels would be great, and you see like a lot of exclamation points. on
Mostly
that.
wall with like a few small windows. It's
Okay, so it's
largely,
like not big windows; it's small windows.
yeah,
with walls.
it's those little
I'm
cubes that
gonna-
are like
Trying to just like run very quickly over like rooftops and stuff, just going climbing up and running up and down walls to see if I can like spot anything.
Get
through the
views.
windows.
it's difficult. It's like the glare is just wrong each time, since I'm gonna keep your other perception like, and it seems like it's pretty dark in there, as if the windows have been blocked with large pieces of cloth.
And am I hearing anything? Since they reported sounds and stuff? Am I hearing anything strange?
You don't. The sounds that were reported were from like at night. They were hearing a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, this car's been parked a while. No one's come out to the car. No activity really going into the building. So whoever's in there is still in there. And eventually the other heroes arrive and park nearby in the two separate cars. And everyone is here.
Oh my gosh!
I'd
you
like
guys
to
took
check
so
and see
long.
what's what.
Hi, everyone. Bertram comes out, his tea still is cupped in his hands. He just starts walking to the door very casually.
I rolled a 17 for perception to see what I could see.
It looks like the windows are blocked. Yeah, that's about the most you can tell. There's activity inside, but it's not like super loud. But like every once in a while, like the covering on the window moves. Like there is motion inside.
How many
Tracker
entrances
did
are
not
there?
know. Oh, sorry.
There's just like the one. It looks like
That's a fire hazard.
it
For a
really is.
warehouse.
Well, there's one on the backside.
It
but
might have
you're
been
not
blocked
over
off.
there. Yeah. Or
Tracker
sewn
did not
shut.
know that Slipstream was going to be here because Slipstream was not in the group chat. That was a side chat. So Tracker opened the group chat to Gabe, Raven, and Bertram and says, I cannot say this loud enough in your minds. We are Tracker only right now. Slipstream knows who Marley is. Tracker only, please. And yeah, then she's gonna
Okay.
say,
Tracker.
she's gonna reach out and see what minds
Mentor.
she can sense how many people might be in this warehouse.
All right, you sense a single mind in here.
Right. So she will say, there's only just arriving on the scene, not really talking to Slipstream, just out loud to everyone. There's only one person in there.
At tracks, they only usually work alone. And Bertram's up at the front
This is
door.
very true. Yep, Bertram just strolls on up to the door.
He just
Well,
opens the
who's
door with his teeth still in his
Fill
lips.
me in.
You open the door, and to your surprise, because
Run
this
in.
usually wouldn't happen, you just run through the door that opens.
Yeah, as soon as they're open, I was like, "Oh, we're going in. We're going in. This is what I've been waiting for." She's been waiting
you-
here for forever, in her opinion.
You
That's fair.
run through the open door as the door swings open. You run in, and then coming out of the door, that like after you pass, is a huge like what can only be described as a like yarn golem is going to try to grab Bertram.
Oh,
Ah,
How big is huge? And is
huge
Bertram
for yarn
regular
is anything.
size?
Bertram is
Or
regular
short?
size right now.
I'm
This
currently
thing
regular.
is like nearing 7 feet tall. He usually doesn't have these. This is actually a surprise for Bertram.
Wow, this is new.
Yeah, does a 21 hit your dodge or your parry?
No.
This thing lumbers out and reaches and tries to grab you. It is completely like featureless, basically, and is made of cloth and stitched together and reaches and grabs. Slipstream, you are in the building now. I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative and let you know that you see more of these golems
Do
inside.
they seem active like this one does?
Yeah, they look ready to move.
Okay.
We're all rolling initiative.
Yes.
Cool.
Paige,
Sorry,
we don't
I'm
have
gonna
to
be a
do this
bit
again.
distracted trying to get our music back on.
What?
What is up? I'm switching this dice jail.
Dice jail.
Dice
Dice
jail.
jail.
This dice has been
Or Dale,
rolling hot
if
for
you will.
me.
Dale.
Dice
To the
jail.
Dale. Chip and Dale.
I wish I had gotten lower, but I'm not. That is a 19 for initiative.
Nice.
Even with how
14
we
for
lowered
me.
my initiative.
What was that, Raven?
14.
14. Bertram.
21.
21.
Boom.
Mecha Ochre.
19.
Another 19. You're gonna go before Marley because I know who has better
Oh.
agility. And Slipstream.
I'm twinsing with Raven at 14.
Gasp.
I also know who has
22.
higher agility there, so you are going before Raven. And the golems are very active. Oh my gosh.
Not
Yeah,
active
compared to y'all anyway.
That's
How
right.
And
many
then,
golems do we see?
And then last, you see, I will say there is one for each hero so that everyone gets a chance to roll at least once. You know, that's the nice way to do it. And there is someone else standing in there in the back of the room, looking like you just walked in on someone's like insane craft weekend. Could you describe Scarfmeister? I think you said Paige was her name, or
Yeah, their name is Paige, aka the
so
Scarfmeister.
the Scarfmeister stands before you in an outfit that looks almost kindergarten teacher style, except
So
she's
much
wearing
respect.
these huge scarves that like several
Jesus
different
Frizzle.
scarves covering her features, all down her arms and everything, is standing there. The Scarfmeister, actually sitting. Her
At the
non-action
loom.
first is to jump up out of her seat, or actually we'll go with they, as they turn and face you.
Paige.
Bertram.
What's going on? What's all this?
It looks like you're interrupting me again, and you will force this encounter to come to Scarfisticuffs.
That's a
As
good
she
one.
gets ready,
I like
and
that.
as she does this, as they do this little pose to fight, the scarves mimic it as their own little fists, with the multiple limbs of this character, some of which are scarves.
You know, I'd rather just talk it out, right? I mean, I thought you were gonna stop doing all this.
Well, I'd planned on it, but you know, they announced that exhibit at the museum.
Oh,
Those beautiful, beautiful tapestries must be mine.
you could just go and get a ticket and just enjoy it, you know?
But then I can't take them home.
So are we
Okay.
fighting? Are we?
Prolonged
Are we?
use of
Are,
all this.
Huh?
So
Must have them.
are we fighting her? Or are we just fighting the scarf monsters? What's the deal here, Speck? You said you wanted us to not hurt someone.
Well, I mean, I don't generally like hurting people.
Yes.
And also, like, Paige is nice, just a little diluted, so it would be kind of rude to hurt them too much. And the scarf golem, those things are new. I've not seen that before, so I guess kudos on new talents. But
Thank you.
yeah,
All right.
you could definitely tear those things apart. Yeah.
Don't you dare!
Also, if you break the big old loom thing, they probably can't make anymore.
You're so
What?
mean. I worked so hard on these.
I'm sorry, but you could make them not killer golems, and you could have done better things with them.
They glare at you. You are first in
traffic
initiative, Bertram. What would you like to do?
He's gonna. Are there like active strands around doing things, or is it just the golems and?
There's the golems, the loom, and then Scarfmeister.
Okay, he's gonna throw the boomerang at the loom to try and like cut a bunch of the strings.
All right, we will call this technique the loomerang. Go for it. It is a stationary object, so it's a DC 10 to just hit it with a thrown thing.
That would be a 16.
Yep, that's a hit. What is your damage on that?
2, I believe. Yes, 2 damage.
The loom splinters as this crashes through it. It's got some very delicate machinery in there. And yeah, it's got a little spindle that you hit it just right and it cracks away from the wood that it's part of. This is like full-on fairy tale loom looking thing. Probably why they're able to create golems suddenly, but that has been taken from them as you crack the loom.
That can be repaired, I'm sure. And I suppose that's all I will do.
But you won't be, as they
Oh.
glare at you. They're actually not next in initiative, though. They're just threatening you. Sadly. Next up is Mecha Ochre.
Yeah. So describe how many golems do I see? Where's Bertram?
You are all now, I will say you had enough time to like storm into the place as things get kicked off. So you're in a slightly dimly lit warehouse that's like draped in all sorts of cloth. And these humanoid-ish cloth monsters.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think to myself, wow, this is so much better than wrapping a mascot in yarn. And I, while I'm thinking that, I transform into Mecha Ochre, and then I leap and do a somersault, pulling out my my staff that I immediately separate so that there's that orange energy strand. And,
Love that.
As I hop over the nearest golem, I try to twist the stream of energy around it to try to subdue it. I'm wondering if I'm just going to burn through it, really.
Gotcha. You want to do this as a damage, or are you trying to go for a grab with it?
Oh, good question. Let me try just doing a grab first.
Okie doke.
Where's that? All right. Well, I'm going to roll, and then you're going to tell me if something happens.
Yes.
Because I don't know where to look on my character sheet.
I know. I'm finding your sheet as quickly as I can.
Okay. Well, I have giving you some time. I've rolled a. Oh, I guess I might need to add something.
Oh, that's not you.
Oh,
It's a
here it
different
is.
Character.
It's a plus 10, so 23.
23 is definitely enough to get it, and it will battle your strength. So what is your strength?
It is 6.
6. Okay, so that sets the DC at 16 for me, and this thing fails. They are successfully grabbed. and are thus vulnerable.
Okay. Is that all I
Well
can do
done.
in a turn?
You
Probably.
could extra effort if you wanted to attack it now that it is grabbed. You can do a second attack. You'll just need to spend a hero point next turn to negate the fatigue you would get for acting twice.
Oh, okay.
The
Not
other
quite
thing you
yet.
could do is move if you wanted to drag this along with you. You could.
Yes. I want to drag it along with me.
Okay. It'll
Just
roll
trying
to
to take
resist
it out of the
being
rest of the
pulled. Okay. Yeah, easy enough with a terrible roll on my part. You are able to reposition it as you please within your movement.
All right.
Kinda
Yeah, so
bring it
my
off
intent
to a
is just to
corner.
kind of pull it off somewhere else so the rest of the group has one less to deal with.
Nice. Yeah, you open up the space for them. Yeah, good job. Next up is Marley.
All right, well, Marley only sensed one mind in here, which means that Tracker only has one target. So, we're going to Sleepy Dreamy Time on Paige.
Okie doke. Ooh, I have Paige's stats. I built Paige mere moments before the stream. What
Got
is
it.
the DC on? Oh my god. What is the DC?
Will 18.
Will 18. Fantastic. What are the different degrees or like
Which one? First degree is fatigued. Second
Okay,
is
so-
exhausted. Third is asleep.
Okay. All right. They are immediately exhausted. Well done. Well done.
And
Nice.
yeah, Tracker will. I don't think Tracker says anything. I think
In the middle of
just-
glaring at Bertram and like ordering the puppets around, just this big yawn. Whew. That was needed for realsies.
Bertram also yawns as he's like kind of put down his tea.
Yeah, it's also just one of those contagious yawns.
Yeah. Then
Um,
that's what Marley does.
Okie doke. Nicely done. Next, we will go to.
I think if Marley's like anywhere close to any of the yarn things, she would just kind of back off so that she's farther away, that they don't have like easy access to attack her. Yeah, just move back and focus on making her sleepy. That's it.
Gotcha. One of the golems will attempt to free themselves from Mecha Ochre's grasp and fail. Wow, they are having a rough day. Another one will attempt to help his ally by punching Mecha Ochre. So, good job. You pulled one away, and another one joined you.
Hooray.
This is just sad. It misses. These are just big lumbering like. It misses. That's 2. One will go for Slipstream. This will be funny if the only ones that hit are the ones that swing at the speedsters. Does a 23 hit your parry plus 10?
There- no.
23.
Boo. How does it look as you dodge these hits? Very professional superhero person.
I think one comes and it's almost as if it. So weirdly enough, this does work with how I flavored her kind of speed, where it's almost like engine heat starts to come off of her as friction just builds up with the electrons in the air, and it's almost like the electrons like are just vibrating so quick it just naturally pushes her away from.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it's
Yeah.
like a magnetic repelling effect. It's almost as if she doesn't have to think about
Yeah, like its
her
movement
way.
moved
Just
you
she
out of the
naturally
way.
realizes something's on her, like on
That's
her
super
tail.
cool. Okay. One will go for Raven. Ooh. Does a 24 hit your parry plus 2? Plus 10. Why did I say plus 2?
I
What?
don't know. I thought I used toughness. Parry, huh? 24. Yes, it does.
Okay, then you will roll toughness.
Ah! It's like
That's where the toughness comes
have
in.
played this game before.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That rotating cast thing, and this is only issue 4, so we are absolutely still learning.
It's true.
Yeah. So that is, I can math, 24.
24. Okay.
Yeah,
This slams into. Do you have like a mystical shield that pops up as your?
I do. Yeah, I'm kind of hovering off the ground a little bit, and I have barely visible. My shield is like very misty and ethereal, and it is those little like wisps of snakes, essentially, but it's you almost can't see it. Yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, it slams against this like writhing invisible snake shield, essentially. Slams into it. You can hear the impact, but you are untouched as you weather the blow quite easily. Did I have one? I had one swing at tracker already, right?
No.
No?
No.
Well, congrats. Here it comes.
I'm so
Does
honest.
a 19 hit your parry?
Yeah, it does.
Roll toughness.
I don't have Ember here to protect me. All right.
How's it feel when
It's still
someone's not interposing for you?
That is a 20 toughness, though.
20? Okay. You
Nice.
are bruised as this big, it's like a big clothy fist just, it slams into your gut and kind of knocks the wind out of you.
Okay. Yeah.
Ouch.
Marley takes
so
it.
you have -1 to future toughness saves.
Marley.
Then they all
Marley
just
does
dogpile and
just.
you're toast.
Marley does just take it, and she's trying to look real tough while she does.
All right,
Marley's
we go to
having a
Slipstream.
tough day.
Marley's having a week,
Slipstream.
y'all. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As she starts to kind of rotate through and seeing that a lot have kind of clumped up, Slipstream will know this. Out of character, I just started playing. Are golems able to be stunned or incapacitated? I feel like that's a no, but
No, they would be fortitude proof.
then we
I feel like you would put that together pretty quickly.
exactly. Yeah. That's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Then I will punch everyone.
We'll
in
punch
my vicinity.
Everyone. So I will say with how they're bunched up, this is
There's quite
all
a
of the
few
golems. Yeah,
By
this
how
is
you've been
all of the
describing, they all
golems.
came at us.
All of the golems plus Scarfmeister. So the only two that aren't hit by this are the ones that are fighting with Gabe.
Mhm.
And they will roll dodges to try to only take half of this.
Okay.
What a series of disappointing rolls. So what is the DC on the dodge for that?
So it says the first DC you put here is DC 23.
23. Okay, what's the second DC that it lists?
14.
14. Okay, that's the one that they do for half. Okay, I have to do math now. All right, the golems. I need a new die.
No, you don't.
I do. I really do. So I rolled 3 3s on that.
Oh, that's great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Perfect
Perfect.
GM die.
Yep.
No, I disagree. For everyone's knowledge, these particular enemies are operating under minion rules. So when they fail by the worst degree.
Oh.
So you start peppering all of them with punches and like a big melee. And as you like punch them, they just kind of like fall apart into their components, their original components, and lose any kind of life that they might have had. And it's just 4 piles of fabric and 1 Scarfmeister who is nearly incapacitated, who is staggered by the hit on them. So it's a funny thing where it's like the punches feel really weird because it's the softest thing you've ever punched in your life. And then for the last one, you're like, oh, that's solid. You
That's
kind
a
of feel
person.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
no.
That's a person. Hi, sorry.
I connected with human that time.
Mhm.
And yeah, it just leaves them with a bloody lip.
Could I flavor?
As they the scarf reaches down and wipes the blood.
It's just a reflective on the other ones, as each one of her punches is just also accompanied by all the sheer static electricity that's kind of caused by her running around really fast around a lot of yarn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, so your hair would be also trying
Sure,
to
fix it after. Sorry, person. Hi. Sorry. Okay. Next.
that goes to Raven.
So, just for clarity here, because I feel like I missed something and I just want to make sure I didn't. So, all of the sock puppets basically are incapacitated now.
Except
And
for the
we
two
have-
that are with Gabe. There's two that are left. One is grabbed by Gabe and can't move, and the other one is
Yeah.
like unsuccessfully trying to punch him.
Okay. And then we have the main
Yeah, the
character
person
who
controlling
is-
them all.
who is pretty
Pretty beat up as well. And very
Okay.
focused on Bertram.
And very sleepy.
Very sleepy and
Oh,
very
right.
focused on Bertram. Yeah.
Sleepy and just got punched in the face.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna play a little bit because I just want to see what this will do because I haven't utilized this in this capacity before.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm wondering, for nullify, does it have to be a spell or magic that is cast like at that time?
Yes.
Or okay, so
Or
I
like
can't-
a long running effect, but this you would be able to tell pretty quick that like it's not a particular spell to turn it off. They were just kind of given life, and they would until it gets punched out of them apparently.
Okay, cool. All right, so then I won't do that then. So I think I'm just going to I'm going to tell you what I want to do. But this what I want to do is use my ghost hand to unravel them.
Interesting.
But- Yeah, but that doesn't do damage. So like instead of that, I'm going to blast them. But in for theatrics, what I would like it to look like is
We can definitely
that
flavor it. Yeah. So use your blast for it. But yeah, we're gonna flavor it as your ghost hand, yanking it apart because that's way funnier.
Oh, that's a good roll. Okay, where am I? So that is a 28.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. What's the DC on the damage there?
27.
Okay.
I feel like it's overkill with my Mystic Blast when I do it sometimes. So that's why I was
It
like, oh, this will be
definitely is.
fun. If I take them apart, that will be super fun.
It would
So, like,
be more
I
fun for
envision
it
it
for
just-
sure.
Being like and you can't see it because my hand is
It's
invisible. You cannot detect it or anything. So you're just watching this.
So the one
thing
that's swinging
completely
at
unravel.
Gabe, it's swinging at him, but getting smaller with each punch, and like its fists are shrinking, and until it just like, it's just nothing. It just gets smaller and smaller until there's just cloth next to Gabe.
Incredible.
That's
Uh,
adorable. And
yeah,
then
and
last
then
on
I
the
will-
initiative. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I'm just gonna go to a spot over by Bertram and kind of hover a little bit in case I need to get in there and get him out of there or anything like that. Just
Okie
because
doke.
he's in the line of fire.
We go to Scarfmeister, who, full of fury, full of fabric fury, launches into a series of blows with the scarves. Oh no, I already know the result of this.
What does exhausted do mechanically?
Exhausted. How dare you? Let me see real quick. Sorry. It's
I want to make sure I get use out of my abilities.
It's a condition that does multiple things. So they are impaired and hindered. So because you brought it to mind, the impaired gives them a -2 to all the things, which did not
Wow.
help this attack even a little bit. So yeah, -2, and then the hindered means that they move at like -1 to their speed, which is laughable if you do it to a speedster, but not so much for Scarf.
I Interesting.
Yeah, unfortunate. So the scarves become fists at the end and start swinging at you, and miss.
Just too
Paige
sleepy.
can see, yeah, it's a pitiful attempt.
I guess I didn't need to put
scarves
down
look
my
as
tea.
tired as they do. The scarves are like a little limp, seemingly connected, and they are looking around, noticing that they are alone on this side of the battlefield. And we go back to Bertram.
All right. Bertram was on, as he also barely slept last night. He's like, Paige, he just throws his boomerang to try and trip her.
All right, roll a trip attempt. You have improved trip, right?
I do.
Love it.
This
Okay.
is just gonna be a lot of embarrassing this person.
So this
So
is the
you get to choose if Paige uses acrobatics or athletics to get out of this.
Probably we'll choose athletics. I feel like she's probably worse. They're probably worse at athletics.
It's a good call.
Also, that's a 24.
24 to hit. All right.
Yeah.
Only because of the impaired do they fail on this,
Oh wow!
as it turns out. Yeah.
They're used to it.
Tries to spring away and just like doesn't quite judge the jump at the right time, and yeah, falls on their butt. Just looking, the scarves like give up a little bit.
Can I use like extra effort to try and like handcuff Paige? The scarf meister.
Yes, you may.
Bertram always has a
Just tie
pair
her in
on.
knots.
It's really easy to just slap cuffs on in this instance.
oh wow.
Roll it as a grab. You have they're vulnerable for this attack because they're prone.
Okay, is grab just athletics?
It's just fighting or close attack, but not specifically unarmed. So
Oh, okay. I think that's 15 then.
15. That is enough with it. Yeah, with theirs being halved and at a -2. Yeah. You successfully slap the cuffs on, and then we go to the, I assume, last bit of initiative, which will be Mecha Ochre.
Yeah. So that one in front of me is still standing, huh?
Yep.
I feel a little bit like
The one you
gosh,
wrapped up.
I'm the last one with one, and I turn off the beams, and I swing out, and then just swing right back in and smack what looks like the head of it as hard as I can.
All right, roll an attack.
Ooh. That would be. Oh, it's +10. Great. 16.
16 is a hit. And what is the damage on that? I rolled.
That's an even better question, and that's what I was looking for. How do I do this? Strength-based damage 5 is
And your strength is 5, right?
6.
Strength is 6. Okay. Yeah, that's a hit, and I rolled a 2. So you slap this thing out of existence, essentially. You're at the end of your sticks is now just like loops of yarn. And you're like, oh no, as you're trying to get them free. You have successfully defeated the menace of the Scarfmeister, defeating them in Scarfisticuffs. Congratulations.
Yay!
And you see, as you're taking a look around, there's like the loom was apparently like their big new thing they were using for this to create life out of fabric, which is definitely a step up from just scarf-related crimes. They're branching
is
out.
true.
It's nice to see. You see on the wall the evil scheme of like, I will. It's literally just written, "I will steal textiles from museum."
Vision
Which
board.
is very damning evidence.
Manifest it. Vision board.
Right? Just gonna click. So yeah, this This is someone who is a repeat offender and part of the rogues gallery of Bertrum Blithely.
Ah.
They have crossed paths before, and they're usually not much to deal with, turns out.
It's okay.
And
This
with
little
the-
machine
That's
could be fun if we use this the right way. This little textile machine.
How big?
I'll put it in my closet.
We could create like
Okay.
little
How big is this loom?
it looms. No, it
Right, 7 foot
Grown.
fingers.
it's pretty
like this
small.
big.
It's pretty small. It's I don't know what a reference point for a normal loom size is. I'm gonna be real.
Vary in size. That's what
All I
Yeah.
picture is
Size, yeah.
the one that Sleeping Beauty touched. That's the one I'm.
That's a
picturing.
spinning
That's
wheel.
spinning wheel.
That's not a loom.
You know,
That's
that's
a
not a
different
loom. What am I
thing.
thinking of? I'm thinking of the one from
right.
Wanted.
It can be
Um,
small, but
oh,
it makes
those are
big
big.
things.
Those are huge. Yeah.
All right, it's a
Um,
big loom.
It's a big loom that is broken. Maybe beyond
Raven
all
wants
repair.
to check it out.
Why do you want this?
I want to check it out, see what it does. It could be. This is what I do.
Yes,
I
please.
Such an odd thing from
You
Sure.
said
Why do
you
you
said you
want
want
to
to check
say?
it out. You said you want to see what it does, but you also
Yeah.
made some things like it could be fun to use. Do you actually intend to use
Yeah.
this loom for yourself?
I don't know. We could use it for stuff. We could make little battle bots for the backyard.
Is
Oh,
We could make a
Is
whole
Marley
training ground
being-
back there.
Out loud.
is Marley being uncharacteristically like about it because it's a fancy artifact of sorts? Okay, cool.
Because
you would
this
pick up
is
the
just
vibe
more
that she's, like,
chaos.
really serious about this in a weird way because y'all are all wacky fun people, but there's you're
Well,
meeting resistance.
Also,
definitely.
I'd also say that Tally, it never looked like Marley never went to like make any attacks, do anything. She just stared down Paige the entire time, and at one point Paige got sleepy, and Tally would definitely have noticed that.
Mhm.
I don't know if we need to be dealing with this. Is there a place that artifacts can go to just be quarantined, just be locked away, not used?
I mean, I have a vault.
Yeah,
So-
we probably need to get it back to Raven's mansion so Raven can look into it and figure out where it needs to be. Presumably, she didn't just trip over a loom. Maybe Paige stole it, so we can look at returning it.
Did they
or
have
whatnot.
magical
After we
abilities
play.
before?
That's a good question.
Did they
Like,
have
has
magical
this-
abilities? Yeah. Or is it
Has she had the ability to create life before?
No, nah, she controls like her scarves. There's their scarves, but like not like that. Not making things that live, quote unquote. It was new. If I was by myself, it might not have gone my way.
They have a very limited form of telekinesis that is like through touch and through fabric, so they use scarves.
Again,
Yeah.
Tucker will say, well, I don't know how much life they had. They didn't have minds of their own. But
Yeah, maybe just sophisticated control there.
for
Scarfisticated.
term,
24, by the way.
puppets.
I rolled a 24 for a quick magic check of this machine to see what I pick up.
So, what'd you get for it? Sorry,
24.
24. So, you get the impression that that is low for you.
Yeah.
You get the impression that this was just an ordinary loom at one point, and it has been invested with some sort of power. And now that it's broken, probably will not have that power again. Doesn't look like any kind of artifact you would have seen before. It looked like a kind of regular, ordinary one that was empowered.
I think this one is probably just a boat anchor, but let's bring it back and check it out.
Okay. I also sensing kind of the tension in the group a little bit with this seriousness. I do find the empty spools that were used to wrap all this yarn, and I just start just using like super speed rewrapping the yarn to bring it back to the stores.
Incredible.
That I was about to say that is pretty. That's pretty
That's
cool.
awesome.
Slipstream. Very good good, very good to meet you. We're gonna head back to our place. If you want to meet us there later or something, or come with us, you're welcome to.
Marley says in the heads of the three of you guys, or not. She knows Marley. This is going to be complicated. Or yes, because she already accepted. All right, I'll go to my apartment. Maybe see you guys later.
Can I talk back to you in my head, or if
Yeah,
I just
the group,
think
it's a
it,
group
you...
chat, so you can. So the thing is,
that's
the group
right.
chat, you guys are. It's a
You're
private.
like the link.
Yeah,
we
so
have to talk to
only,
you, to everybody.
It can go to just me or to everybody in the group chat, but you can't do one-on-ones beyond that. So you can say just Marley or everybody.
So I'm just gonna respond back and say, can you stay as tracker for just a little bit, and we can maybe finish off this meeting? Kind of invite her in, and then send her on her way.
I'm not sure what more there is to be said, but all right.
Well, I feel like we didn't really meet her. We just fought with her, so it feels weird not to invite her over for a little bit, but I want you to be comfortable too. And I'm saying this as I'm helping, like, pick up the stuff and putting it in a pile so that the
pile gets wrapped up suddenly.
Yarn,
and then,
yeah, so the super fast yarn spinning can continue, so it doesn't look like I'm just sitting there not doing anything. Like
it would be weird for everyone else if no one's talking, because y'all are having the conversation in your head, so it's just quietly. weird vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Slipstream, it just feels like there's even more tension in the group, like because it's like everyone's got really
and
quiet
you can feel that everyone else is feeling like this is weird. Marley.
Yeah.
It is the compounded weirdness, all to you.
I look kind of over at Slipstream, and I kind of do this, kind of tapping my head a little bit.
Okay.
Because I'm sure you're familiar with that kind of stuff to some extent.
I am. Okay. No. And she'll like finish like wrapping everything. Look, if you don't want me around, that's fine. I'm doing my own thing. I have to go. I don't know. I have to pick what countries I'm gonna go to for dinner after this and post that.
I saw that. That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Is that like a thing that you do all the time?
Hey, I mean, if it creates like a bit more recognition in the city so that people know me whenever I come around, it helps out.
The more people that know there are heroes here, the more villains that will come here. Look what happened with the Looking Glass Gang. Look what's happened to Freedom City. I don't know if publicity is the best thing to do.
That is... It's gonna happen. There were heroes here before. I didn't know there were heroes before meeting you guys.
Yeah, that's kind of how we were trying to keep it.
I mean, I didn't try, but no one really looked at me.
One friend who keeps giving interviews.
Try keeping him out of the cameras. It's just not possible. So
Their local news station doesn't go far beyond Emerald City.
Yeah, we kind of let him take all the reins. I personally can't be bothered with all the social stuff, but you know, whatever.
I don't know how
I
it
guess.
works. Slipstream, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, 100%. I already finished here, so I could also run these back whenever we're done here. You can call someone to pick them up.
Oh yeah, we'll take care of all that. I've already texted them in. They're
all cool.
Way. Yeah, we just have to wait. And so you think you get a patient waiting? We have to wait for them.
I feel like we just text them ahead of time, you know? Maybe.
I mean, we do, but it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
They're getting better, but you know, it's a whole thing.
But yeah, no, we can talk.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks for your help today.
Oh my gosh, of course, anytime. It's great knowing that there's other people here. Help's always welcome. Like, I don't think I could have done this by myself. Well, maybe, but they were actually pretty easy.
You probably could have. Yeah, I mean, but
It's fair.
It's good to have a team. I'll text you the address to the the house, and we'll have you over and trade some stories, see what's what.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you want, if you ever need any help or need a little bit more access, I can always pull some strings.
Yeah, that's cool. And if you hear anything more of did I text you earlier about the cult of Eris? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. So we're hearing a little bit about the cult of Eris kind of popping up. So if you hear anything about that, you can give us a heads up.
Yeah, I did. My mom was telling me about that at dinner last night.
Oh, do we know your mom?
She's a hero. I don't know if anyone knows. She's not as big. She's not the most public hero. Foresight.
Oh, that's who told me about it, actually.
Oh, okay. That
So yeah. We talked through the mirror thing. Have you seen the mirror thing? Oh, I'll have to show you the mirror thing. I love the mirror thing. It's my favorite thing of all.
Okay, I'll have to see it sometime.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, we should probably clean this up.
Yeah.
Actually, we shouldn't clean this up. Let's just go.
I'll bring it.
Aegis will get it cleaned up.
Aegis will get it. I don't know. I got carried away.
I met them. They're quite a lovely couple. Talked to them a little bit earlier.
Nice.
But Bertram, you wanted to...
Most of what I was going to talk about just got covered. So, anyway, it's nice to see you again.
Yay.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But
talked over the phone. Nice seeing you. It's been a long time since the last time we saw each other.
yeah. Anyway, this group here, we have some people who move in and out of the group occasionally. It's life, But really great people. You should feel free to stop by and help out.
Yeah, 100%. Let me know if you guys ever need help or anything like that. I'll be by in a flash.
That's great. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you catching up more. But right now, I need to go to sleep.
I need a lot of calories, so I got to think of some good countries that have high caloric foods. Maybe I'll put France on the list this time. I'll put Southern Italy, or Southern Europe somewhere on there.
All right, and as you speed off with... Oh,
hold up 1 second. Yeah, hold up 1 second. While they were having this conversation, I'm just gonna, Marley, just directly to you. Are you okay?
Yeah. Things were a bit loud before, but using the powers makes it quieter. I'm good.
Okay. You seem a little, I don't know, off even for you, I guess. I know we haven't talked about I know we haven't talked about the other night or whatever, but this is more than that, I think. I mean, come on. I've been trying to be chill about it. I haven't asked you how the date went, but that I don't think that's what it is, though. I think there's something else going on, and I just want you to know whatever it is, I'm here if you want to talk about it. If you don't, that's fine. If you want to sit and eat Doritos or whatever, I mean, that's cool too. I just want you to know
there's
you don't
always
have to
a
be
lot
alone.
going on. We're supers. It's
I know.
battles. I told you guys that it's a bit complicated because Slipstream knows who Marley is. I still have a job that I'm trying to work. It's balancing normal life and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's always a lot.
Yeah.
Plus, you know me. You know my head. You know that I'm always just kind of off. It's always
Do
a
we
lot.
need to do something about Slipstream knowing who you are? Are you concerned? I got some people that do some memory stuff. We might be able to investigate that if we need to.
No.
That's horrifying.
I know.
The answer to these things can be less, not more. We don't always have to chase this crazy I'm gonna go do some normal things.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
that's a good idea.
I don't know, maybe don't use a magic loom to bring thread to life, and maybe don't send people after other people that you're trying to be friends with. Just maybe also find a normal hobby. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
All right. Gabe, I feel like I haven't done enough with you. Do you have anything in the closing of all this? It's you weren't in. Only those two were in that part of the conversation. So
Okay.
it's two people, like one person just kind of standing by, one like folding up cloth for someone else to wrap up. But there's like weird body language stuff going on. The other two are off talking, so you're just here in between. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, and I'm tending to sort of let it happen until I really need to hear about it. And to
Smart move,
kind of
honestly.
not look like I'm uncomfortable, I'm texting Gloria and saying, "Hey, remember I told you about cookies after a mission?"
Well, we had a mission. All right. So with that, we end on kind of a somber note as the issue closes. And everyone, thank you for tuning in. We will have more shenanigans in the future. Of course.
Yeah. And,
If
yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say, if you want to kick off the outro.
Can do. There we go. So this is a rotating hero show. So next session is going to be a new group of heroes. This just wraps up this part of the story, but there's still many developments to keep following. So we'll see what happens next. I'm going to let my cast reintroduce themselves and let you know where you can find them on the interwebs, and then we'll close out the show. So Shannon, you want to go first with this?
Sure. I am Shannon.
Also, I love you. Roleplay is fun. Roleplay can be heavy. All the goofiness that we started with is our goofiness.
We always have an
For
interesting
sure.
curve of the energy.
Oh, yeah.
We do. We do.
Love it. I love it.
Full
I love
circle. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I am Shannon. I'm a Imaginif. I am a GINIF. Pretty much all over the place on the socials. You can also find me at Imaginif Media on Twitch and YouTube. You can find me obviously here playing Raven. And you can also find me pretty much all over the place. Jumping in and doing some guest spots. You'll find me on High XP Society, which is a brand new channel that's starting out for over 40 individuals, and kind of focusing on those that are underrepresented. I can't speak. And I'm going to be playing in Redacted, which is a triangle agency series that's going to start up this month. And
Nice.
yeah. And then obviously I should promote my own stuff too, which is Creator Spotlight over at Imaginif Media. So if you are a creator of any kind and would like to be on the show, you can go into my link tree and there is a form there, or you can just drop into my DMs and let me know that you're interested, and we can start chatting about it. And I'll send it over to Sam.
Oh, it's me.
That was you.
I'm Sam. If you want to watch me do streams, this is the place to do it. If you want to listen to my other stuff, I lead the Atomic Broadcasting. It's a podcast network. You can find me as a player there on The Written and the Lost, which is a weekly Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play. And also currently we're releasing the 2nd season of Records of the Unknown, which is I am the GM for that, and it's a Delta Green horror mystery experience. It's kind of hybrid between just being a radio drama and being an actual play. And then I'll have some more fun stuff coming this year over there, but nothing I need to say right now. But if you want to follow me on socials, I'm sarver.sam on Threads or ComicSams1 on Blue Sky. I talk about comic books a lot, and sometimes Warhammer.
Love it. All right, let's pass it over to Jackie.
Sure. Hey, yeah, you can't really find me in too many places, but if you would like to see fun Lego stuff, you can find that on, I almost forgot what it is, Tiny Brick Place on the Instagram.
Yeah. I thought I put your link onto the command. I'll have to make sure I do that later.
All good.
All right. Tasha.
Similarly to Jack, you can't really find me too many places, but on Instagram at Natasha B Cosplays, if you want to follow more of that. I have plenty of cons I'll be going to this year, so quite a few posts that will be coming around for that. And then sometimes I stream on Twitch. It's very rare, but Natty Batty Games, like I said, no coherent branding. But it has been very lovely to play with everyone. I had a lot of fun.
I had so much fun playing with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have you back. You're gonna be here more. Like, this is not one and done. You're a member now.
Woo.
We got it. I'll speak to that more when it's my turn. But right now it's Claude's.
Hi. Yes, I have been Claude, the GM, and you can find me on Threads, also here on Twitch occasionally at Curly Insane Guy, also on Instagram, but it is very unused. And yeah, I'm mostly here or in comment sections of Green Ronin streams talking about Mutants and Masterminds, or online talking about comics. So if you want to hear my thoughts about those, follow me. And yeah. Kate, take it away.
Oh, it's my turn. Hello, I am Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and don't kill my character. Find me online with my cosplay things. I always forget to put my own command in the chat. Find me online with my cosplay things as Kate the Great Cosplays, and with these things, here, you found this, you probably know how to do both of those. Coming up this month on Don't Kill My Character for the month of March, we have probably on the 19th, another Superhero Shenanigans that might have a different GM in the GM seat. Sam, looking at you, kid, leading a group of our girly heroes. So excited for that. And then we have on the 28th, Alice is Missing, which we are going to have Excel, our beloved Leo King, aka Ember, helping walk us through that with me and some other really wonderful cast. We're excited about that. And then, announcing this for the first time, we're going to have an Avatar game on the channel. One shot run by Paige on the 30th. So if you want more details for all of these little things and tidbits in our schedule, head into the Discord, although that one has not been dropped in the Discord yet. But that's the best place to know where all of our schedules and all of our things are. Gonna close out the stream, raid on into someone else. Paige, not the Scarfmeister Paige, different Scarfmeister.
Oh man,
Scarfmeister.
Paige, a different Paige.
No, I know the one who it is. That's awesome. That's really exciting.
Even more cool, and it was funny to me that name was chosen for this. Anyway, thank you all for telling these stories here, for these superhero shenanigans. Thank you for joining us in chat. And there are always more stories to tell. Goodbye, friends.